Here's all the iconic iconography: Kano's knife, Johnny Cage's sunglasses, Kitana's fans, Shao Kahn's hammer, Scorpion spear, Noob's sickle, Baraka's blades, Jade staff. Underneath Kung Lao's hat is the pattern of Cole Young's plot armor.
Oh my god! Oh! Are you fucking kidding me?
The iconic plot armor of Cole Young.
What? I was about to make a joke about how they forgot about Cole Young.
Again, yeah.
And top left, underneath the Tusha, Sonya's iconic rings.
Oh shit!
This is so funny! What? This fucking poster is so funny! Snape clapped just then. Snape clapped. Okay, just making sure.
Jesus wept.
Why did I make you laugh so hard? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Combat Kings podcast. This is quite the interesting episode because for many, this might be your first interaction to our podcast at all. You might be thinking, what's this random podcast that showed up in my subscription box? Well, we are a podcast where me, Sonic IXD, True Underdog, and the Fourth Snake get together and chat about sort of like Mortal Kombat topics mainly, but also just all sorts of things that we want to chat about. It's a fun like podcast where we just hang out and chat all sorts of things. Ooh. I wonder if you two know why I'm saying this might be the first time people have been watching this podcast.
Was like a massive influx of subscribers or something recently?
No, it's because of the new YouTube collaboration function.
Oh, I do like that.
Ah.
Yes, if say someone subscribed to True Underdog but not subscribed to any of us, they will see this video. Because like it's like the connection thing right now. So I just feel like some people might be like, what the heck is this in our subscription box and whatnot. So I thought I'd give a nice intro to like get the newcomers in, get them acquainted and whatnot. Before we get into our main topics that we've set up here, I need to bring up something that happened in the last episode. 2 episodes ago, I said, I've got a green screen here. Please suggest to me anything funny or if you want to see like seen on this green screen. What ended up happening was one person left a comment saying put the Force Snake on the green screen. So I did that. And then in the comment section of our last episode, half the comments are all just green screen ideas. It's just everybody's suggestion. Got like kick in a wheelchair, sexy reptile, Sub-Zero doing Fortnite dances. Someone said put True Underdog on the green screen. I like this one. There was a really funny suggestion. Someone said put the Force Snake on the green screen again, except this time don't even like show his screen like in the podcast. You can only see the Force Snake through Sonic XD's green screen.
Yeah, that's what I joked about it was going to be last time. It's like, so it's literally just a split view, your screen and dogs, but I'm in the background of yours.
Yes, we just.
Additionally, I need to observe people saying, "Oh, you need to put KK in a wheelchair or sexy reptile." What do you think is in the bottom right corner of Sonic's screen? What is that?
That is true, right?
KK in a wheelchair, sexy reptile.
Exactly.
You guys are just. We want more new things, different things, not the same thing that's always at every episode. Pay attention.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up the fact that thank you all so much for the suggestions. It's very funny.
I decided to put the highest rated suggestion onto my green screen. And Sub-Zero doing Fortnite emotes one by one, thumbs up over KK in a wheelchair. So enjoy some Sub-Zero dancing.
Alright, let's not waste any more time, and I think we should just get right into the episode. I actually wasn't too interested in this topic a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh, New York Comic Con news. Okay, sure. But now that it's happened, I think I'm like in the podcast currently one of the only person who actually watched the live stream of the New York Comic Con of Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Now I want to emphasize, I don't want to just be Mr. Negative Nancy all the time. I'm looking forward to this movie. I'm sure they all worked very hard.
I do. I want to be there.
I'll join you, Snake, in a bit.
What I mean to say is, like, if I feel like we're going to be more negative, or say more negatives towards this, because TLDR, this New York Comic Con, like 90% of it is just reiterating things that we've already known. And, like, it's not, like, too many new informations. But let's start off with one part that I noticed that's really new. Did you guys know that there is a New York Comic Con exclusive poster that if you attended, that's the only way you can get like the New York Comic Con like exclusive poster.
Oh, okay.
They've released some posters before, so you've got like the logo's been out for a while. There's like the new Kung Lao poster that came out and stuff like that. And I don't think the posters have been the Johnny Cage posters. I don't think the posters have been bad. I know, Snake, you don't really like the character portraits. You think those are too photoshopped and whatnot. So
They're so cursed.
But I don't think they're too bad overall. Okay, sorry, I should have had this prepared. I had those pictures prepared out this tweet.
It really is funny to see how the marketing for this film is going to really struggle, because it got pushed back so late, so suddenly, that it's like, okay, we're going to have this, then this, and this is how we're going to pace it out. And now it's like everything they were going to do has to be stretched out. It's almost the opposite of M1K. Because remember, characters like Reiko didn't show up in their own trailers until the launch trailer, so that's like push everything up, and it just messed up the entire sequence. But now it's the inverse.
That's true.
Like, yeah, we have to fill like 8 months with like 2 weeks worth of material.
Yeah.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? Quick, make a shitty poster in Photoshop. Get an AI to do it. Just get us something we can show off.
Yeah, that's really funny
right.
the way you put it there, because it's like Mortal Kombat 1 had the trailer like what, in June, and released in September or something. Maybe not that. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm. But the point is like they were like, oh crap, let's get all these trailers out. Let's get all this content out. It's like not every single character got a combat couch. What was this? What was it? The combat.
The combat couch. Let's go.
What was it called? You influenced me, dog.
cast.
You were the one who joked about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. The combat cast for every single character is just like they didn't have enough time, obviously.
The combat casting couch.
That's what I was
Sure.
trying to get at, but without being too on the nose. That's
Wait,
funny
no,
though.
no, you can't. You can't do that, because then it's all K's. You can't do K.
No, we gotta cut.
Unless you want to be really memey, like for Reddit, for the r/poll, you know.
Okay, so here, get ready, guys. You're about to see the legendary exclusive New York Comic Con 2025 Mortal Kombat 2 movie poster.
Quit edging me. Oh yeah, this one.
Oh yeah, I've seen this actually.
The sunglasses.
Oh, it's such shite.
Can I need to emphasize, like, why aren't more people shitting on this? Like, what are we?
Because no one knows about it.
True.
No one gives. Because I think as soon as they said, yeah, we're pushing it back like 8 months, all the hype for the film just instantly evaporated.
Oh yeah.
Like this, they have fucked this film by doing this.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's gonna. I think it's gonna make less money as a
Oh
result.
yeah, don't forget everyone. The
So
reason they're
stupid.
delaying it is because you supported the trailer too much. Never forget that. When they release another trailer, watch it
Yes,
one
it's
time
your fault.
and that's it. Like screen record it if you have to, and then watch it on your own desktop. Do not watch it on YouTube, because if it gets too many views, they'll delay the film because they're inept. Don't forget.
Let me read the official statement here. Warner Brothers is very high on the second film, which over the summer shifted its release back from October 24, 2025 to May 15, 2026. Their confidence was supported by the release of the first Red Band trailer, which racked up 107 million global views within 24 hours of its July drop, setting a new all-time record for a Red Band trailer. It did so successful that they decided to delay the movie. Like, that is the official reasoning that they're giving. And they reinstated that in the New York Comic Con panel, too. Not gonna lie, when they said that on the panel again, I was almost kind of like watching them being like, you know, if they didn't like pay money to like go to this panel and like hang out at this event, like this is the moment that you probably would hear some boos. But at the very least, it was silent when he said that. It was just like, and yet we're delaying it, you know, because of that. Everyone's just like, okay, moving on. It's like, it's one of those moments I was like, I felt like a boo.
Yeah. No, 100%.
But yeah,
They're lucky
back
that it's
on
paid for.
back on this poster. It's like the more I look at it.
One thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's one important thing. Did you guys know they have actually brought the film's release forward a week?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Just yesterday or today, they announced it being brought forward, and it seems like it's to avoid competition with the Mandalorian and
Grogu.
What's
Grogu.
it called?
You can
Yeah,
have
Yeah.
To avoid competition with that film. So yeah, which I get it. You don't want to compete with Star Wars. I mean, it's not even just like a Star Wars thing no one cares about. It's like, this is a Mandalorian film, so it's going to be competition.
It could also
Yeah.
bomb,
And so
to be fair. Only because season 3 was so
Yeah, so-
massively unwatched by everyone. They were like, not really feeling it. But
We'll see. I have no idea.
plus, it's a movie based on a Disney
If
Plus
it's Star Wars,
exclusive
it's
show,
real.
so everyone who hasn't watched it on Disney Plus isn't going to want to watch this movie.
It's so okay. We're
The
gonna
title's
off track,
also
but yeah,
dog shit. Mandalorian and Grogu, really? Why not just The Mandalorian Rises or like The Mandalorian Strikes Back?
Well, I
Grogu
reckon
sells
it's
toys.
to lay the foundation. Well, there's that, but I also reckon they're trying to lay the foundation for the next era of Star Wars, which will be post Rise of Skywalker, where Grogu will be a key character now that he's older and he's like, yeah, I am now like 500 years old, which in human terms is like 25. And I'm going to be here. It's going to be me, my mentor Rey. She's going to be there. The old Ahsoka. It's going to be great, and no one's going to watch it because no one gives a shit about half of these characters, unfortunately.
Snake, you sounded straight out of Red Letter Media right there when you said like Grogu's gonna be there. I'm like, oh, I felt that. I felt that. Holy shit. But we're not here to dog on Disney. We're here to dog on Warner Bros. Okay, that's focus.
No, we're here to Sonic on Disney.
What?
So yes, the film is now coming out on the 8th of May. Rather than the 15th.
Apparently, Comic-Con also had a Baraka Johnny Cage fight, which I haven't seen circulating on YouTube,
okay.
even in like a bootleg
Dog,
form.
There's jumping around. Jeez.
I am, but this is still the Comic-Con. Okay, fine.
I want to talk about the damn poster. It's so bad.
No one gives a shit
We need to
about the
analyze
poster.
it. You don't have you? Did you notice
We
the
do
Johnny Cage
not.
sunglasses in this poster?
I just noticed it for the first time. That was the funniest part. Is the
Do you see
sunglasses
what I
are so
mean?
shittily put on there. It's funny. At least with the fan, it's like, oh, the fan's in front of
Yeah,
the ring,
well-
but behind the dragon. That's kind of clever. The sunglasses are legit just stuck there. They're not the right size either.
Well, consider.
Everything is the wrong size.
Like, isn't this like the logo for the first film, just like with it placed over a 2 rather than the actual intertwining logo
Yes.
we have for the
Wait,
film?
I didn't even notice that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I just because I
Yeah.
sent the logo above, like it intertwines in it, but this one doesn't.
Yeah, it shows how shoddily and quickly this was put together. Like, oh, we need something. Oh, we don't have anything new because all the posters are already out.
This screams graphic design is my passion. Like like intern, you know,
Oh, nice.
just like we have like the material. What do they call those? Not materials. It's like, you know, you put all the pictures in a folder. You have your files and just like PNGs, just like drag it all over there and whatnot.
May I point out, Sonic, what is the last bit of text at the bottom of the poster?
May 15, 2020.
Not anymore.
It's already wrong. Yeah, it's already
They
wrong.
already wrong. Yeah. New York Comic Con exclusive
It's
poster.
been like a week or 2 since they cobbled this shit together and it's already wrong.
This poster is like released to all the people there, and they got it all signed up to the actors and stuff like that. And then they made a decision to delay the movie. Oh, sorry, like make the movie come like 1 week early. Yay! This poster just like I'm actually also like analyzing
What a
these
shit
weapons.
show.
It's like
Holy shit.
is that Jade's staff on the right?
Yes,
by the way,
that's
Just like
Jade's
that.
staff on the right. I
It's
thought it was something else at first. Then I'm like, oh, that's Jade's stupid staff. Yeah.
It's
Baraka's blade on the bottom.
Is that? I didn't know that was Baraka's blade actually. Yeah, that's Baraka's
Oh,
blade.
I thought that was Shao Kahn's
I-
spear, but it's behind it.
And then there's like, and then there's Kano's knife at
Yes.
the top right, top left is.
Scorpion's
I don't know
chain
what
is
that
there.
is.
Is Datusha in this? Is Datusha in
does
this
look
movie?
like
is
a-
Ashra gonna make a cameo?
It does look like that kind of her sword, but I'm gonna guess it's something like Sindel's dagger or some shit. I don't know.
I think Shang Tsung's gonna use it.
Something like that.
Oh, wait.
And I
Dog,
I
you're
think
right.
The dragon is. I think
Because
the dragon is partly made up of Scorpion Spear.
It
that's
is.
in the original logo. If you scroll up, like
Scorpion
it's in
spear
the
is right there.
Yeah,
at the
yeah, so
bottom.
that's
it's,
like
it's
the
so
same.
funny. The chain, you can barely see it, and then we also
Kung Lao's
have
hat. render
Raiden's hat is
the
just
same.
shoved in there. It's really hard to see too. Raiden's
Noob
hat is so
sickle.
easy to
Where-
miss.
Noob sickle between the
Wait.
fans.
Where is Raiden's hat?
Between-
I didn't even see it.
Raiden's hat, you gotta find it. That's the whole fun of this poster. You gotta find Raiden's hat.
What
but
the
it's
hell?
there.
I do see Noob Scythe. Yes.
So that's what this is about.
the fuck?
The idea is try and find all the stuff.
Noob Saibot's sickle is hard as hell to see.
The hat's in the top right. It's on its side. Attached to
Are you
its
fucking kidding me? I see it now. That is
Yeah.
so. I thought that was like it was like a stick, and then like the axe comes out and
Oh.
whatnot.
No, get this right. It's like, here's all the iconic iconography. Kano's knife, Johnny Cage's sunglasses,
Oh, there's
Kitana's
Kano's
fans, Shao
knife.
Kahn's hammer, Scorpion spear, Noob's sickle, Baraka's blade, Jade staff. Underneath Kung Lao's hat is the pattern of Cole Young's
Oh
plot armor.
my god!
Plot
Are
armor
you
of
is.
Cole
fucking
Young.
kidding me? I was about to make a joke about how they forgot about Cole Young.
Again, yeah.
And top left, underneath the Tusha, Sonya's iconic rings.
Shit!
Oh shit!
This is so funny. Wait, this fucking poster is so funny.
I'm not gonna lie. This like legit looks like, for anyone not aware, I was a school teacher for like 7 years, and this looks like something my year 2 Photoshop graphic design students would submit. Like, this is what it looks like. This looks like your second year of Photoshop, and you're like, ooh, look at me. I'm shoving all this stuff into a tiny spot.
What's it called? Like, if you presented this in our class in college, I was in design a major.
Yeah.
You presented a poster like this, F. Or you would be like, get out of the school. What are you doing here? Like, you should change your major. By the way, so you were talking about Datusha. So that dog.
I think I figured it out.
About what?
I think I figured out what Datusha is. There is one major character from MK who was in the previous movie and is in this one, who has nothing on here, and it's a character we've seen in action in the trailer.
No.
Jax?
Well, him too. Sure.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna look for his arm now. Honestly.
Very important MK character.
The thing is, though, I have the answer right here
Sub-Zero?
too, Snake. I don't know if you and me are the same.
Liu Kang. I see nothing of his on here, and he did have a wavy sword like this in MK4. So I wonder, is he going to get a sword like that?
Oh, I thought we already showed Shang Tsung using it for some reason. I thought we already saw him using the Chris.
You know, Snake, lovely.
Oh yeah.
It's on the poster. It's on the poster, Snake.
Yeah. Which means Liu Kang isn't represented in the poster.
No, they couldn't shove him in.
It's odd too, because aren't they heavily? Oh no, it's Johnny Cage who's the new main character. It's so weird that we're gonna be 2 movies in for a Mortal Kombat movie series, like the big one, the Hollywood one, and Liu Kang still isn't the main character. That's like remarkable to think about.
They've established that this time Johnny Cage and Katana will be playing more of like the main role of this movie. It really interests me how much Liu Kang feels like he's being sidelined, but at the same time you see some people in the actors being like, oh, Liu Kang's gonna play a pretty big role here. Ooh,
when you said that, Sonic, just now, it makes sense to me, but also when you say that, it has me worried they're gonna copy MK11 and have Katana somehow beat Shao in the 1v1 and become Katana Khan, and that's why she gets like a new outfit or something. Yeah,
I don't think so, but hey,
could you imagine
we'll
though?
See.
They might do that shit.
Snake is still analyzing the poster, by the way. I got him in.
I may have found the Liu Kang reference. Oh no, sorry. I saw the yin yang symbol next to the Datusha. I realized that's part of the Datusha hilt.
Yeah.
Yin yang symbol. That could be for the Shaolin monk. No.
You know what? Red bandana, and also, I see some blood on the metal. That could be Liu Kang. No.
I'm also just I find it really weird if you look at where it says only in theaters. Like clearly something's been highlighted, like part of the text. Like this was screenshotted.
Oh, maybe I took this. Wait, no, this is Todd Garner's Twitter.
Yeah, it's not just a random person posting it. This is Todd Garner's. Why is that on there?
Dude, their ineptitude is the gift that keeps on giving.
A blue splodge, right? Oh, blue paint. No, it's what? What?
Look, I just feel like this poster. You know what? It gets more and more interesting the more you look at it. Actually, I find that to be like very cool. Just like shove every memorabilia you can.
There's one thing that is somewhat unidentified. I think it's next to Katana's lower fan, just to the left. That spiky bit protruding out is not part of the dragon. That is textured differently.
I see what you mean, actually. Yeah.
Could that be Liu Kang's dragon sword?
You really want a Liu Kang dragon sword? Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, actually. There is that thing there, because...
Oh, Snake, you see, this is how Liu Kang gets the sword, so that in the next movie he'll have it, and like he'll dress just like MK4 Liu Kang, and, you know, it'll be complete. The design will be complete.
It's going to be so funny because remember in Scorpion's Revenge, Liu Kang can't beat Goro. Then Raiden's like, well, that's not your destiny. Your destiny is to defeat Shao Kahn, the tougher guy, in the second film. And now it's like, okay, so Liu Kang kills Cabal, is going to fight someone, maybe Shang Tsung in this one, and then Raiden's like, well, Liu Kang, that was not your destiny to defeat Shao Kahn. Your destiny is to defeat Shinnok.
Yeah. Your destiny is to defeat Kronika.
It's like imagine like that's like the meme. It's like
Just
every
skip
time
all
it's like
the way to
okay,
her.
okay, your destiny is actually okay. No, Johnny defeated Shao Kahn this time. Okay, but this time your destiny is oh no, Koyan defeated Shinnok this time. Okay, but this time Kronika is oh no, Katana defeated. I don't know, just like he keeps he becomes the next Kung Lao basically.
It would be so funny if like every film is like someone else is going to take over. I mean, that's an interesting idea. Different main character each film. But the idea of Liu Kang constantly getting cooked, he has to sit in the cook chair. He doesn't get to have his role. Someone else is going to do it. So someone else defeats whoever the fuck in the first film. Then Johnny Cage is going to beat Shao Kahn. Then like Raiden or Sonya is going to like rip Shinnok in half. The Deadly Alliance loses to Kitana and Jade. By which time Jade will have her again.
Yes.
Then Deception, it's Onaga, not Shujinko.
Onaga.
I'm not going to bring Shujinko in. That's Jax's time to shine.
There we go.
And then Armageddon, Scorpion comes in and wins. And then we do. You can't really do MK9 or X, so we just jump right to Kronika. Sub-Zero wins that fight. Or alternatively, what would be the most amazing twist ever is that film, Kronika. Who defeats Kronika? Kano.
Hell yeah.
This whole franchise is a prequel. The whole thing to Snowblind.
Honestly,
and that's what it all leads into, baby.
Cinema. That would actually be cinema right there.
Friendly reminder,
I would stand
everyone.
and clap.
The only reason that Kano's back is because everyone universally agrees that he was one of the best parts of the movie. I am fully ready to believe that he was not in the original draft for the sequel, but they were like, you know what, we gotta, because everyone loves Kano so much.
I disagree a little bit with that, but go ahead, Zink.
Think about it. What MK2 newcomer, you have to think about actually a newcomer, character-wise, is not in this film as far as we know, who presumably could have filled that slot and been replaced by Kano.
MK2. And hasn't shown up.
Who was not in
the
the
first
film
movie either. Dang
And they're
it,
in the
I
game
actually
MK2? Oh.
Yes.
Damn, what the smoke?
Introducing
Kana,
MK2.
Melina, Reptile,
No. You're close.
Kung Lao?
You're on the right lines.
No, Kung Lao was already in the first
No.
movie. Wait, not
Someone who wasn't,
Yeah.
who's not in the first film, but not seen in the second one.
Smoke?
Ermac?
I'm looking at the roster right
Oh, I've seen so many fans being like, "Where the fuck is Kuai Liang?"
now. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Kuai Liang was going to debut in this movie and have a big fight scene with his brother, team up with Scorpion, all these cool action scenes, we got it all set up. But people loved Kano in the last film. You have to bring him back. There's no room in the script to have him as well. You have to get rid of someone. And it's like, okay, well, we got rid of Johnny Cage for Kano last time. I guess we can get rid of Sub-Zero for him. We can't get rid of anyone from the first film. We have to get rid of a newcomer. Oh, I guess Kuai Liang has to go. No Kuai Liang scenes. No Sub-Zero versus Noob Saibot. Sub-Zero Scorpion team up. No, it's Kano. And yes, it would have been Johnny Cage, the lead character, and Sub-Zero fighting Noob Saibot. But no, it has to be Kano now because we got rid of Kuai Liang.
You might be onto something because the thing is, I know, but here's the joke. Because it's not just Kano that came back as like because like I would like to believe that. However, it was Kano, Kung Lao, and like Bihan are all back, but Kung Lao and Bihan seem to be on the enemy team, while Kano is on the good guys team suspiciously. It's like, why? But if you put the Kuai Liang role there, you know, now it starts to kind of make sense.
I have to wonder how much of this entire film's roster was dictated by the fact that the three characters that were universally seen as the best characters in the first film were Kano, Sub-Zero, and Kung Lao.
The thing is, like,
they're the only dead characters coming back, as far as we know. Like, there could be a Melina appearance, which is like, "Oh, hello, sister, I am back," or Goro just walks in and goes, "I'm here to die again." Haha. Maybe, probably not. But the three we know for sure are coming back are the ones everybody liked above every other character.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
The thing is, though, I will give them a little bit of leeway. It's a really shitty thing they did in the first movie, but when Shang Tsung said, "Death is just another portal," I'm like, okay, fuck off. But that's your excuse to bring them back. It's just like, okay, fine, this is Mortal Kombat. Okay, death doesn't fucking matter. Fine. So I'm not like, it's like, oh, I'm annoyed that these characters are back. It's like, okay, it was established. I don't mind that. But either way, guys. So that was just the poster.
Yeah.
I can now actually kind of talk about what actually happens at the New York Comic Con live stream. So if you go onto Warner Brothers YouTube channel, it's you can't find a live stream anymore. Like it's because that's how it works. Live streams usually don't stay up there unless if the person manually has it up there. So I had to watch Uncaged Game's reaction to the live stream. So thank you very much, Uncaged Game, for doing that. So I got to watch the live stream and with your reaction. So a lot of these notes that I have here are from like watching that. And like I said, a majority of what happened in the live stream is reiterating what we know about.
Of course.
Really, the only thing that you go there for is the sneak peek footage that they showed at the very end of the end of the conference. It's like what happened was like Ed Boon's like, okay, so we got a little sneak peek that we want to show you guys, but only you guys in the audience. So cut the live stream, and so we were not able to see the exclusive footage of Johnny Cage fighting Baraka, which was the fight scene that they shown.
Oh.
It's like it's something that you paid for there to watch, so that's why like they get to see that early and whatnot. And like I've seen some tweets of people really hyping it up, being like, "You guys are not gonna be prepared for the fucking Johnny Cage Baraka fight!" Wah! It's like and whatnot. So some people are trying to hype it up, but still, I tried to gather some information here that I can talk about that happened. But what's up, Snake?
Do we know if it was the entire fight or just like a segment?
Oh, it's got to be a segment of it, Like they can't
said
show
it was pretty long though.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
They said the clip was pretty long.
That's what I'm wondering because if they showed the full fight, that indicates that fight is not an important one. It's going to be probably Johnny's first in the tournament, and he'll just kill Baraka, and that's it. Or if it was just a segment, that it could be a bit more going on. It depends on how willing they are to just throw it all out there, which we're going to probably see more of. They get more and more desperate for things to show, unless they just do, we have to do a new trailer. Get all the clips from the last trailer and a couple more and remix them to make a different narrative flow for this trailer. Otherwise, they have nothing.
Yeah, I guess they don't want to also spoil like the deaths or like the more iconic fight scenes.
I feel so bad for the marketing team. And somewhat for the production team as well, because it's like they're gonna have to really like squeeze blood out of a stone over the next like 8 months.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that Warner Bros.
It's like
did this.
Let's see. So, Mortal Kombat 1 had the movie skins before the fucking trailer ever released. We only got to see these movie skins from like news article posters. Then now they announced a delay, and what happened in the recent Mortal Kombat mobile game? Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 movie version of Katana is in there. Yeah, to celebrate a movie that comes out 7 months from now. It's like,
everything was clearly lined up. It's like this is going to happen here to coincide with this phase of the marketing. This will happen here, and then it's just all a complete waste of time. They had those drinks that came out.
Oh yeah, Dog. I don't know if you know about this. The Mortal Kombat drinks. I'll see if I can find them again.
There was like a drink. It's a drink collab, and like each flavor has a different character from the film on it. I think it's just like prints of the posters. Oh. And so there's like a Raiden one, a Johnny Cage one. So it's just a fun idea, but like the film's nowhere near out. But this stuff was obviously in production for a specific time frame. They'd already started work on it. You can't just scrap that, or if you do, it's going to cost a lot of money. So the marketing for a film that's not out for 2/3 of a year. Only in theaters.
Cane sugar soda.
And it shows you a release date as well. We couldn't even change the dates on it. No.
Is now a bad time to bring up that apparently Warner Brothers is getting sold again? Like they're on sale.
If you want to talk about that, we could talk about that later.
They're open to it.
I remember actually
they can't do anything right. Sorry.
I actually saw some people holding these bottles in like the Comic-Con, so it's like I think they're actually already selling these, which I wouldn't mind having one of these.
Or maybe giving them away because they've got too much.
I would happily put them behind me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Though I kind of wish they were in cans, but oh well.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. That's more easy to like
the
keep
fucking
or
music.
Like to stash. So I have some clip notes here of like some of the interesting things I thought that happened at the Comic-Con. So I'll just kind of read through these. So one of the opening statements that they stated was, The goal was after the first one came out to really make Mortal Kombat 2 feel like a full feature-length version of the first opening scenes from Mortal Kombat 1. There's so much work with. There's so much to work with. We are raising the stakes to a greater scale, much more emotion with these characters. I wanted us to make a journey through all these realms and to see that and let it rip. To have this massive spectacle is truly incredible. So this is what I meant a little bit about like. Because here's the thing, though. A lot of the things that happened in this like New York Comic Con panel was things that Todd Garner said in that one interview with like 2,000 views. Remember I brought that up a month ago? A lot of things are reiterated here. So a lot of the this is going to be better than the first movie. Like we're actually going to be making a full-fledged like movie this time. Like, oh, get ready and whatnot. And also you see like Ed Boon much more promoting this movie and stuff like that. Like, they're that's true. That's true. That's one thing they showed at the Comic Con. Ed Boon, the bartender. But yeah, I feel like they're definitely trying to downplay the first movie to really upplay this one. You know,
Ed Boon
in some
tender.
of those aspects.
Sorry.
I mean, I forgot it. I think it's something like Ed the bartender or Boon the bartender or something like that. I think it'd be cute to see him in every movie, like a Stanley cameo. I wouldn't mind that. Speaking about that, what I just said about every movie, that's another thing that they confirmed at the New York Comic Con, that a third movie is confirmed. Woo! Yeah. Which again,
I mean, I would get excited
really
if I was about to see the second movie, but I can't get excited yet because it feels so fake. It feels so performative.
But you've seen the first movie, so you can get
and it was
hyped
fine.
For the
it was
third
exactly
one.
what I expected. Go ahead, Snake. Yeah.
You can tell that they were going to be like, okay, the film comes out, the second one, or like right before it, like this is how confident we are. Boom, third one's being made. However, now they're having to use that. Maybe they changed the timeline for revealing this, maybe not. They have to use it now to hype up the film and have something going on now.
Why did people come to this
that's
conference?
just how this all is.
Yeah. Yeah. There is that. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, like why the delay I wrote here.
I bet we're going to see that Johnny and Baraka clip on released on YouTube in 3 months' time or so. Just so this, well, we've got this. We have to now, so we have something.
So kind of like
some people in the public have seen it.
Yeah, so kind of like the intro to the first movie, because they showed the first 7 minutes of the movie on YouTube. Too, remember that? So I think maybe they'll do something like that for this time too.
Yeah.
But that's also something that they hinted at. Ed Boon. Let me read the quote here again. So, Ed Boon is like, the opening scene in the first movie was emotional. But the second one's opening is double emotional. You will cry. I challenge you not to cry. That's basically what he said there.
Damn. Ed Boon watched his favourite character die and said that was emotional. This one's double emotional.
Damn.
It's pretty
They're gonna kill Scorpion twice. They're going to kill him twice in the opening.
So sad.
Oh, we're going to get a scene like when Scorpion's introduced in Battle of the Realms and he has that awful dream sequence where his wife and son burn
it's not
to death.
awful. How could you?
No, I mean awful for him. It's a
yes,
good sequence,
absolutely.
but it's awful for him. So we're going to have like that where it's like, oh no, my son who is like 5 years older, ignore it. Shut up.
I didn't notice that. I mean, the thing is a dream sequence. That's also the first time we ever see Harumi and whatnot in that Legends movie. Blah blah blah. I mean, if you've kind of seen the trailers, you kind of get the implication. Like, okay, we kind of know what's going to happen in the intro. So I mean, we won't spoil it for you guys, but MK nerds will already know what's going to happen for this introduction.
What, the Edenia stuff?
Yes, you know that. Okay, we got it.
Edenia stuff. Huh?
There's a.
I mean, it's safe to assume.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I assume too. So, yeah, I like why the delay. They said that we're a victim of our own success, and like that's one of the lines. That
No, we're a victim. Which, we are. We're the victims of our success. We supported it, and we get screwed over. Okay, I got 3 theories for why it's been delayed. Do you guys want to cast your vote on why?
Let's end the segment with that because I have a theory too. But let's end it with that.
Okay.
Well, just for that, I'll say I think I know what's going to make it doubly emotionally sad is not only we're going to see Jared get murdered, we're going to see Sindel's We're going to see Sindel's body after the suicide.
Oh no! And to add,
baby
to add a little.
Baby Katana's going to walk in on that.
Yes.
And find the body.
Child Katana is going to be traumatized and cry. A little girl crying on screen. Oh, fuck that! You got to cry for that now. How can you not?
And also just on top of that, in this version, Kitana has a dog. She has a dog, and Shao Kahn calls it.
Yeah, Shao Kahn kicks him off a cliff.
Kicked the dog.
And depending on how edgy they are, it's either just lying there alongside Sindel, died, protected its, trying to stop its master or something, or alternatively, we just watch Shao Kahn stomp on its skull. I don't think they're willing to go that far even in a Mortal Kombat movie, but
plot twist, that scene was directed by JoJo.
It's an emotional scene. It's not a scene that's it's not an anger scene. That's two very different things. Other than that, we have one of the writers to come on and say that I wrote here Johnny is more brooding. That's one of those cases where his glory days is a bit like when he was just starting off, when he's being more comedic is in the past, and now he's a bit more he was funny, but now he's kind of in the more mature phase and whatnot. But they said he's gonna eventually grow to the Johnny that you would all know and love. I don't know what this is, an archetype that has been done many times, the retired assassin, the retired superhero trope, whatnot. So I think that's what they're going with Johnny here, which is expectable.
Old man Johnny.
Yep.
Well, it's like Snake and I talked about. They changed the character to match the actor 1,000%.
Yeah. The question is, will they have? Are they going to give Johnny a daughter that he has to protect? Is Cassie going to already exist?
Makes more sense.
And
she would
she's
exist.
like 13 or so, like in Last of Us, and he is to try and he does it for her, and he just kind of rehashes what the previous film did.
Family.
Johnny awakens his powers. I mean,
because of family.
A lot of what Cole does is kind of ripped off from Johnny. So that's the question: will Cole's family be in this film?
Like I have my stupid prediction, when Cole Young dies, we'll see Emily's tattoo manifest on her arm, because if the father dies, it passes down to the child. They established that in the first film.
Oh, it's true. I still love the idea that if you kill someone randomly, you get the Arcana, which that running joke of you hit them with your car or something, and now you're just in the tournament.
It's oops.
That's the thing, because so let's imagine Kano had a child, right? He already had a child before the first film. Sonya kills Kano. Who inherits the Arcana, his child or Sonya?
That's the kind of fun discussion that they try their best to avoid, because a lot of the deaths and a lot of the scenarios that happen, try their best not to ask those questions, what you just asked, because it's either because Scorpion's descendant gets the Arcana because it passed through the time, through the bloodline, but everybody else is just they killed to get it, basically. Yeah. So that's the funny thing about that whole thing. There is a quote that they have said that's that I'm not sure exactly what it means, but I kind of just wrote basically they were saying twice as many fights in this entire movie, no downtime. And they kind of said something along the lines of, some people might want to have a pee break and whatnot, and it's you won't have time, because it's just that much more action that happens on screen, which is awesome. But at the same time, you also did stay double emotional or something like that. So I'm kind of wondering, can we get attached to these characters if it's just fight scenes over fight scenes over fight scenes? I would kind of be. It seems really hard to have. What's the phrase? Something your own something and eat it.
Have your cake and eat it.
Make your own cake and eat it.
Have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
one of the most confusing expressions of all time.
A lot of actions.
Well, if you remember the 95 movie, the 95 movie does have a sequence where it's fight after fight after fight after fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if what it's going to be is the tournament section around the middle of the film will have a long stretch where it's just loads and loads of fights, but the emotion will be surrounding that, like the original film. Not much character progression occurs during those fights, but there is some in that original film. Johnny has his arc and whatnot. So I wonder if that's how they mean it.
I think.
I mean, even that's kind of how all the tournament films are structured. Other than maybe to some extent Scorpion's Revenge, but Battle of the Realms kind of did that. Just that those fights were really short and shit.
Exactly.
God, that pissed me off so much.
So maybe that's what they mean.
The fucking trailer
2-minute
showed the
montage,
whole fight.
10 characters. Yes.
It was 5 seconds. Oh, that's the whole fight. Oh God.
Yeah. But that is one thing that I think this is the biggest selling point of the movie is the martial art fight scenes, because That's the thing that like people have kind of like yearned for, and it's like barely in like cinemas nowadays. It's like when there's a fight scene, it's CGI galore and whatnot. But like martial art fight scenes, like the last time I can think of that got people really hyped up, that's very successful, would be like Shang-Chi, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and to a degree John Wick. I think people would be like, oh nice, like this hand-to-hand combat in John Wick is fucking awesome, stuff like that. So if you can do that well, you will hit a really good market basically for like wanting good action choreography and whatnot.
I mean, to be fair, I had a random thought the other day. I was like, if I did a Mortal Kombat movie, I would probably start it right in the middle with like one of the characters just being transported to the tournament and a fight's already happening in the background. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And Raiden's like, the tournament has begun. And it's like, oh, cause that's what fans want. They just want to get right into it. And then if you want, like before each fight happens, you can give us some like short backstory for the characters or something. Anime tournament arc style. And I think people would definitely like that, but have some B-plot happening on Earth in the meantime. Maybe you combine MK2 and 3 where there's an invasion happening while the tournament's happening. So we get to have both. Like that would be sick.
No, I do not want my freaking movie to be like so many subplots because that's called Battle of the Realms.
That's one subplot.
No, that's the tournament and invasions happening. Or are you saying like after the tournament?
No, I'm saying that like there's an invasion but like every film has an A and B plot usually. Like it's never usually just an A plot.
Shh. I guess I just think that's too many, like too big of a subplot. You know what I mean? Like that seems like another movie.
I was just thinking of a way we could include characters like Stryker without having to kill him off, because otherwise Stryker is one of those characters that definitely dies in the tournament. Like he's so expendable, but if he's just helping fight off the invasion, then he gets to live.
That's why you just make MK3 its own.
Yeah, exactly. Too, yeah.
Fine. Fine. Just shit on my idea.
No, I think your idea is cute. But at the same time, your idea is already very
trash. It was awful, dog.
It's already very similar to the like what's shown in the trailer. It's like they're gonna have the emotional intro scene. Johnny Cage's gonna be in a bar. Immediately, Raiden's like, "Join the tournament!" Like, what the fuck? Zoop! He joins the tournament and presumably fights Kitana immediately. So I think we're gonna get right into it. So I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Next up, this is just something kind of funny. The movie will be coming out on IMAX, so I was like, oh, I guess the other one didn't come out. I've been actually watching like a lot of like movies in IMAX when I know it's like really good and stuff like that, which is a pretty fun experience to see like the bigger screen and stuff like that. So I am kind of curious to see like if this ever releases streaming, like will we only be able to see IMAX in theaters, or like will we never be able to see like the full screen? You know what I mean? Because it gets cut off to like fit it to like your monitor and whatnot. But there is a pretty funny quote that I just want to say here, and just see what you guys feel about it. Gotta watch it in IMAX. There's little bits of joy up there that you're gonna love to see. You won't see it in a normal viewing. It affects the story a little bit. I think Ed Boon says that. It's like,
sure. What Ed Boon means is that in the IMAX version, he's in the sidebar, like at the bar still in the background making drinks. So make sure you...
Dude!
Or alternatively, here's a scene within like a forest or something, and like off, like part of the scene that's cut off. In the background, you see a tree, and like reptile pops out of the tree. Like,
but you only see it on the very top.
You only see that in IMAX.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? You see like a...
Or alternatively, it's like the pit. Oh, what's that body? There's a body impaled on the pit. Oh, it's Ed Boon, like he was in the original MK1. His body's just there, and it's like, oh no, this does affect the story. That guy got brought along too. Unfortunately, Mr. Ed, he got killed by Sindel.
I'm like,
it's like it's reptile. It's both. It's reptile just like hiding behind the pill that has Ed Boon impaled on. He's like, oh. And it's like, he did it. He killed Ed Boon. Get him.
Yeah, get that bastard.
I'm not saying like an IMAX experience is like not better, or I think it's gonna be cooler to see the bigger screen, to be like, okay, that's what the full experience is supposed to look like. It's gonna have the great sound effects and yada yada yada. I don't believe the fact that like it's gonna affect the story a little bit and whatnot. It's like, huh? While saying this, I came up with a tiny thing. They're not gonna do this, but imagine that the little bits of joy on the very top of the screen is the health bar.
It'd be so stupid.
You only see that in IMAX.
That's probably what it is.
Oh
actually.
God!
No, I don't think so.
God!
Either that, or Or there'll be a scene where a character talks in the Edenian language and there are no subtitles.
Except for
but
the
in IMAX, you see the subtitles and you learn that. And you see that and it's like, oh, and someone like name drops Shinnok or something. And it's like, oh, set up for the sequel. It's some absolute dog shit.
That'd be so funny. There's
Or alternatively, it's going to be like Scorpion speaking Japanese. I know he speaks English in the trailer, but he'll speak Japanese, and he'll say something Japanese that's not subtitled, and he'll say it to Cole, and it's like, well, if you watch it in IMAX, you understand that Cole finally understands Japanese.
or yeah, like maybe they'll hide the subtitles in the IMAX, and it's like people be like, oh, he just said some quote in Japanese, but then it's like he's like, prepare for Onaga. I'm like, oh my gosh, no way! And you have the more reaction in IMAX.
Bro, we got
like
Onaga in IMAX before GTA 6.
Well, wait. Yes, the movie comes out before GTA 6. That's true. Because GTA 6 comes out in May next year too. Look, I'm sure this is just an exaggeration, but like, I would be pleasantly surprised if you get little bits of like affects of the story a little bit like in IMAX. I would be impressed if that actually does happen. That would be funny. At the bartender, yeah, we talked about that. Baraka is the writer's favorite character. It doesn't really matter. So, this was also shown, like Carl Urban mentioned this in the panel, because he was talking about like, oh, how does this affect like what you've been filming recently, and like the boys and stuff like that, and like what you're doing here, like what's the difference, and yada yada yada. He did say like, wait, did I write it here? Dang it, I didn't write it, but basically the quote is like, this is the hardest role he's ever played, basically, physically and mentally. I was like, okay, that's cool, sure.
I mean, to be fair, I can't think of any of the time he has to do like big proper fight scenes. Like in The Boys, he just like throws a dude around and goes,
like gun shooting and whatnot.
Like yeah, like,
Oi!
I can see why, like, playing a martial artist.
The funniest part about The Boys
so
is realizing how shit those fights are. Because you have characters who can fly and move at like super speed, and they just never do in the fights. It's just regular people fighting. It's like so boring.
Yeah, I just caught up, finished all.
Don't spoil it. I haven't finished it yet. Don't spoil it.
No, but it's just that there's a bit where there's a fight, and one of the characters, who's meant to be, have a really good power, doesn't use the power in the fight the way as much as you'd expect. He's mostly just like punching people, and it's like, is the character renowned for being like a strong hand-to-hand fighter? No, but the character's just like, that's how the character chooses to fight in this sequence with multiple people. Like, why not just go? It's
a Mortal Kombat cutscene. No.
Fight scenes
Mortal Kombat cutscene. That's right.
People who make these super-powered fight scenes are so unimaginative. It's just, I'm going to punch you until my meter recharges so I can expend it to use my powers.
Gotta get the meter up to use a special level 1.
This isn't a fighting game. This is an action RPG.
Yeah.
So, actually one part in the Comic-Con that I actually quite liked, because there was like a Q&A section, and they kind of just, there were some questions I was like, okay, asking some questions about the director, and then you have questions be like, so like, who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character? I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Skip. It's like, okay, skip.
I hate shit like that
and whatnot. But they're celebrities.
So for all you know, you could have had Carl Urban go, you know what? I've always been a big fan of Reptile, and you missed it.
None of them said Reptile. Moving on. So
how do you know you skipped? You said you skipped.
That was an exaggeration. I watched the whole thing. So
you lied. You lied to the audience. How could you do that? Unsubscribe from Sonic XD.
Unsubscribe from Sonic XD. Yes, and go over to the Fort Snakes channel. We must grow him.
I don't even know how to rebuttal that. So, one of the questions that was asked was there any improvisation that happened on set? Like, was there anything that was not meant to happen, but like it was improvised? And Carl Urban was like, so when you're doing fight choreographies, you don't want to do improvisations. Like, that's really dangerous because you have the whole fight like already down. You've already practiced the specific fights. You've practiced how you're gonna defend or get attacked or attacked and stuff like that. So you can't really have improvisations over there. But he then adds, I will say, however, Josh Lawson is so good at improvisations when he delivers his lines. Like, the camera crew will have him say the line, they will do the take, and he will just like keep going. And every take is a different thing that he says at the end of that.
Is that the Kano actor or who?
Yes, the Kano
Okay.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Carl Urban's like, Josh Lawson's so fucking funny. And like, that is brought over to this movie, basically. So I'm like, yes. And also, I have to imagine some of the best things that he did in that first movie had to have been improvised. Like, that scene where Liu Kang is like, there is much to be learned. The fuck? Like, that has to be improvised. Like, really? I can't imagine, like, the writers being like, you gotta say the fuck.
I thought we knew that was improvised. I thought that had been confirmed.
I don't think anybody's confirmed that, but it just felt really improvised. That's why I was like, it just felt like a scene that he, like, the actor just says like, what the fuck, weird hand on me kind of vibe.
I wonder if Johnny doing the "it's showtime" is improvised, because if you look at Liu Kang's face, he looks like he's trying not to laugh. I don't know what's up with that expression.
Oh, really?
He really looks like he's trying not. He just looks like he's trying not to laugh. It's just strange thing.
I gotta go look that up there. Now, this is okay. I'm kind of done with most of the interview things. That's kind of basically all the gist that happened in the New York Comic Con and whatnot. It's not too many new informations. Really, if you paid money, you're there for the exclusive Johnny Cage versus Baraka clip and the exclusive amazing New York Comic Con poster signed by all the actors. Like, oh, is this the image you're seeing?
Yeah, look at he's like
Just
he's so desperate not to laugh, or maybe he smells something funny.
Quick bathroom break
It's a
for-
screenshot, whatnot.
Quick
It is the
bathroom
YouTube
break,
thumbnail
okay.
from what I recall. But anyways, I'd like to end this section off by saying, well, we will also end it by talking about the delay. But, and there he goes. Bye.
He's bugging off.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Hello? What's going on? I feel like I'm looking at a horror.
he's trying to
It's like a fucking horror movie just
stop
then.
him from following him. What a tit! What an absolute tit!
That's funny. Okay, so yeah, I'll wait for him to come back for this one, basically, because this is a more fun thing if the whole family joins in this conversation and whatnot.
Well, we could talk about an event that occurred in between episodes.
Do you want to bring it up without Daw, or
I turned 34.
Congratulations and happy B-Day.
I think it was in one of the videos I posted on that day. Someone called me Unk. I'm officially.
Oh,
Unk.
fuck off,
And I
whoever that
wanna-
was.
and I wanna die.
Whoever that was, jeez.
I'm ancient.
Okay. Oh, you know what will make you feel better,
Yeah.
at least? Your delayed birthday gift will be freaking... What the hell? That thing just fell over. Will be delivered soon.
I can't wait to see how that affects the... I can't wait to see how that affects whatever you put behind
Yeah,
you.
I still haven't really decided what I really wanted behind me, but I guess we'll find out eventually.
I also got this for my birthday.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, one of my co-workers just made it.
That is so sick.
It is epic.
Yeah, apparently it took like I think she said 3 weeks.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the camera try and chase me? That was pretty
So
funny.
Yes.
So I could use it as like a pop filter or something like that. It's like because she just knows that I'm into MK. This is what she put on the envelope for my birthday card. She made the logo as well.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So they're gonna go in the collection.
Hell yeah.
BRB.
Okay, so Snake will be hearing when I say this. They had a section in the Q&A where basically they're playing like, so there's some cosplayers there. There's like, oh, showing their cosplays of the Mortal Kombat characters, and they got to line up and do this is in the Q&A. This is like a game segment where it's like the people on stage will ask a question and they'll see if like the people on stage or if the cosplayer can answer the question faster, basically. So there were some very basic things like, who's Kitana's best friend? Jay! Yay! And stuff like that. It was a pretty messy segment, by the way, because
Who's
nobody really knew what was
Shao
actually
Kahn's janitor? Yeah, exactly. Only true fans know that.
Who is Shao Kahn's true daughter?
Who
There
is
you go.
Shao Kahn's housemaid?
How many daughters does Shao Kahn have? And how many want to
Oh, God.
fuck him?
That's fair, too.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Actually,
that's
you know what?
NetherRealm's fault. They
See,
created
the
that
horrifying thing
lore.
is there might be one
See, that's one of those things I like to think. Not that. I like to think about like when the 95 movie actors were brought in to do the voices for MK11. It's like what MK is so far removed from what that 95 movie was, because they were only in that first film. All 4 of them were only in that one.
Huh.
So they might not have even seen Annihilation. They might not know what happens after the tournament. And then it's like, okay, Kronika, and there's all these other characters like Johnny and Sonya had a kid, and like there's this guy like Kung Lao is like not the ancestor of Liu Kang, is a separate guy, and then there's all these other characters that they have no concept of, and I wonder how many of them have kept up with MK, how many of them were thrown into that. These new movie actors for the current film series, how many of them know that Liu Kang is a fire god that reset the timeline and turned Scorpion and Sub-Zero into brothers? How many people know about that from that film cast? Like, I'd love to see these questions thrown in just to fuck with them specifically. Like, the fans know. Like, the fans know Johnny and Sonya had a kid. Does Carl Urban know? Does he know that his character's supposed to be, like, way younger and the same age as Sonya? They have a kid? Like, what's going on there?
It'll be fine,
I
Snake.
definitely...
Sonya has a grandpa kink. She'll like him in this movie. It's fine.
Anyways, so let me get back to what I was saying. So they had these Q&As. When I heard the first question, I was definitely like, I did tilt my head a bit. I was like, what? It was definitely like a head tilter. Even Uncaged Game was like, and he gave like an answer that wasn't correct.
What was the question?
I'm gonna say the question, and I'm gonna see what you guys say.
Okay.
Ed Boon brings a note out and says, Johnny Cage is his stage name. What is the real name of the actor and martial artist behind the legend?
John Carlton. Yeah, me and Snake both know that.
That is the... Yes, obviously. I feel like you guys would know that. I felt like the way that it was worded, because it was like... I said that really nicely, actually, so I don't think that was like too badly, but it's like...
They made it sound like the actor playing the character, right? Like in the movie or something?
That's what I thought initially, too, because like Uncaged was like, oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's inspiration. But he said it really slowly, like, Johnny Cage is the stage name. What is the real name of the actor and martial artist behind the legend? Like, specifying martial artist, I was like...
Yeah, you wanted to sound too fancy.
Are we talking about... I actually, my first thought was the Daniel Pesina, the original actor who played Johnny Cage and stuff like that.
See, my reading of it is that it's almost implying that like Johnny Cage is a role and that John Carlton puts the role on.
Yeah.
As if the persona we know for Johnny is actually just an act the whole time, and like this movie's more along what the lines of the real Johnny Cage is.
That'd be interesting.
A personality more fitting for his original name, Michael Grimm.
Shit.
Because that's the kind of character you think of when you think Michael Grimm, not like you just got grimmed.
Michael Grimm is fucking
Which is
wild.
funny because Carl Urban did play a character whose surname was Grimm in Doom.
Damn.
So it's all connected.
All connected. The connecting Carl Urban universe. But yeah, like
the Carl Urban verse.
Yes. It's a very like the question got really like shuffled in because it's like the microphone issues and like I think the cosplayer was like Liu Kang. Oh wait, you said something about Johnny Cage, and then Ed Boon like in this kerfuffle like just says like what's Johnny Cage's real name, which would have been a much easier way to like ask that question. It was one of those things where it's like,
guys,
I don't think he came up with the question. I think it was like a production that made it say like what's the actor and martial artist behind the legend and whatnot. So he's just like, what's the fucking name, basically.
By the way, just for a fun fact, anyone...
Guys,
let Snake go.
Let Snake talk.
So I got curious. Like, so what is Grimm's first name in Doom? So I checked up. John Grimm, John Carlton. It's Michael Grimm and John Carlton. And also, apparently, the film is set in 2026. It all comes together. I feel like the guy with the board from Always Sunny, like
yes,
Charlie.
Or like the guy with the whiteboard, like
yep.
Oh yeah, I know what the
guy.
fast forwarding one. Yeah, they're explaining it basically. Yeah, Snake, you were like shaking when I was talking.
Cool.
Like let me talk and whatnot. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll let him talk. Let him cook. What were you gonna say, dog?
Oh, I was going to say, by the way, for a fun fact, I wasn't being random when I said Shao Kahn's janitor. I recently finished making a video where I talk about even more obscure characters than my comment section told me about. And Shao Kahn does have a immortal 10,000-year-old janitor who, yeah, he exists. And he once killed an 8-armed man with a plunger. Which is why apparently Shao Kahn rewarded him with immortality. He exists in magazine form only. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta mention this guy. Because how many characters only exist in text form in a magazine? Like,
Did you know about this snake? I'm kind of curious.
No. What magazine is it? Is it EGM?
It was some gaming magazine. The guy in the comment didn't actually specify, but I found it. You just type in Stan Luth, and you'll find the exact magazine article and stuff. And it's like an interview with him. And they're like, what's it like being Shao Kahn's janitor? And he's like, yeah, well, I mean, one time I had to fight off a 8-armed monster, and, you know, after killing it, he rewarded me with immortality, so that's a thing.
The video games interview, Stan Luth.
Which I feel like has to be a jab at Stan Lee, but maybe it's just really close.
Stan Lu.
I think it's just
probably
a coincidence.
But yeah,
that's funny.
Don't waste time reading it now, but yeah.
But yeah, so Dog, go ahead and talk about your theories about the reason for the delay.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it was more pertinent when I was like in the angry mode and we were all feeling the anger, but I'll be real fast about it. So I have 3 theories for why this film got delayed. Number 1, they're secretly changing stuff and just haven't told us. Stuff they don't want to admit. Like
yeah,
Jade's
and the thing is,
something.
they also like loudly announce being like, no reshoots, no changes. Like they're proudly saying that. So it's like,
so yeah. So then theory number 2 and 3 are more likely. Theory number 2 is they're waiting to be sold and bought by someone before they make this film, because then they'll like immediately give a return on investment and they won't want to sell them. And they knew this was happening, so they delayed it. Number 3 is also possible. Here's theory 3. They are really, really desperate for money. So if delaying this film can give them even a couple more $1 million, they're going to do it. Because they're just that desperate for money.
So somehow financially delaying it gets them more money. I
well, because it's a summer release.
Like,
that's why they're doing it. They think summer means more ticket sales. But it won't, because they're going to have competition. This was really like... This was the time to release it. What's going to happen to Mortal Kombat 2? I hate to be foreboding and negative, but I really do think this will be, like Snake said, but I'm going to make it more dramatic, one of the worst decisions in like the film industry in recent memory. It's going to be such a kafah. It's going to be such a really dumb move. People are already forgetting about the movie. They're already like not talking about it as much. Like they're so screwed.
That's the thing. It's like, oh yeah, well, you want a better like return on your investment by putting out in summer. So that the only way for that to work, I think realistically, is that you don't make any new marketing push when the film's coming out, you know, to make up for all the marketing you've already done that's gone down the drain because you delayed the film. Like, you have to do new marketing for when the film's coming out. So they have to make so much extra money from that decision for this to be worth it, if that is the motivation for it.
Ugh.
Because
like they have to do another run of those drinks. If there's advertisements on buses right now, they need to get it on more buses in like 6 months. It's just such a baffling decision. It's so strange.
To piggyback off of what Dog said, because if you follow Todd Garner's Twitter, he has been tweeting a lot more recently to all sorts of things. So it's like you get a lot of people being like, what's it called? It's like, you know what? Even though it's gonna be delayed, but I'm still gonna be excited and watching it in May. And he'll be like, hell yeah. And then someone will be like, why did you delay it? And he's like, already answered, or stuff like that. It's like he is replying pretty constantly. There was one reply that even I felt a little bad for Todd. It's like someone's like, we didn't want the movie next year. We wanted it in October. We wanted it now. And he just wrote, yeah, I know. It's like there's this part of me that's like, I don't think like the production wanted to do this decision. Like, at least the people who worked on this movie. I just feel like this was something behind the scenes that screwed them over, and they have to be like positive, be like, it's gonna sell next year. That's the main thing the main gimmick, the main thing we're gonna stick to. Basically, there was a really funny tweet that I want to bring up, and it was like a report about how recently Tron Ares is not doing very well in the box office, and Todd Garner retweeted that and said, October releases, am I right? And I'm just like,
I mean, it's one way to piggyback off another story to try and get some non-negative press surrounding the decision. Be like, oh well, see, this proves that it would have been a bad time to do it, except the fact that Tron is an IP that hasn't been relevant since what, like 2012, 13, something like that, or 11. Like that's the last time the Tron franchise mattered. And it's like here's a new one, starring not with any of the original characters in the lead, and it's starring Jared Leto, a character really, whose reputation has just gone down so much over the last decade because of stuff like Suicide Squad, He was in Morbius, okay?
Goated movie.
The film that flopped twice. He starred in that.
Guys.
Goated movie.
No one looks at Tron Ares who isn't already one of the niche fans of Tron and goes, that's a film I want to see.
Well, what's also funny, I don't want to spend too much time on Tron Ares, but...
I would watch it with my friends.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
I'd watch it with my friends because we not had time, but I would watch it with my friends because we watched Legacy.
I've heard Legacy is infinitely
so
better.
One of those things.
People were like, yeah, we kind of saw this coming.
It's an underrated gem, from what I've heard.
I already like that Legacy anyway.
I didn't even care for Legacy, to be honest.
Oh.
I was a kid when I watched it, so I barely remember anything from that one.
That was fine. This one did a great job explaining why Tron Ares is stupid. He's like, the whole plot is something we never asked for. It's like, oh, what if Tron came to us? And it's like, no. The fun has always been going into the Tron world.
Computer world.
Our world is boring. The Tron characters are cool. So at best, you're diluting the fun because it's less Tron.
Reverse isekai can work. This ain't it.
It only works if you've already had like several seasons of like the opposite, right? Like Digimon coming to the real world was cool because we had all those seasons of it being its own world. Yeah.
I'm so touched that you know about that, dog. I'm really touched that you know season 1 was an isekai and season 3 was the reverse isekai. I'm shedding a tear about that.
I mean, they did do reverse isekai in season in the
yes,
first
they
two
did.
seasons.
But the main point was isekai. But season 3, the main point is reverse isekai. But yes, season 1 and 2, they kind of go back and forth. So yeah.
This is like, oh, what if Aslan came to Earth? Why?
Yeah.
I want to see people go to Narnia. I don't want to see Aslan and the White Witch come into. That sounds stupid.
That sounds like
unless you're gonna do something really fucking dumb and be like, the White Queen shows up and he's just like, just gun her down instantly. That could be funny. But fans don't want that. Fans just want resolution on plot threads that were set up so long ago and that you're just basically not really touching on. Kevin Flynn, where are you now?
That really does ruin the entire concept of like MK3, right? Like if they ever did make Mortal Kombat 3, it couldn't be in the modern day anymore because we would so easily snuff out Shao Kahn's forces. Like it would be such a joke with our fighter jets and shit flying around.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, when I saw the tweet, he wrote, October is tough. I'm sure he meant this as trying to be like, yeah, see guys, this is why we didn't release it in October. There's this part of me that's like, okay, this is not a movie that came out in October, but one battle after another came out like really close to October, and that is one of the best movies that came out this year. And it's like everyone's giving it raving reviews. It's like everyone's talking about it's great. It financially did not do good, and that's made by Warner Bros. So it's like, oh, October is tough, ain't that right? Like,
damn.
I felt like that a little bit. It's like, did you know that the Venom trilogy, every single Venom movie came out in October?
Oh,
and
smart.
What's that? They're all stupidly successful.
Yeah.
Gee. October's
Venom
tough,
is stupidly successful despite doing nothing with the source material. It is the most random. We're gonna do our own thing, and it was still fine because Venom is our deity who's like, he's beyond fail. Like he can't fail. If you put Venom in anything, he will succeed. Venom.
Have you seen The Last Dance? Any of y'all?
Yeah. No, wait, no, I haven't. I haven't. I have heard it sucks though. Yeah, sorry.
I was watching it being like, oh my goodness. I was not happy.
Well, I didn't say it was good. I said it was going to succeed. It's like making a Hulk movie. Like it's always going to do good.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's not successful. All 3 movies were really successful. Venom, The Last Stand was one of the most successful movies last year, and people were like, because this is what the fans wanted. We wanted just like people they know what we wanted, from the first movie, and they're just giving it to us in the third movie. I'm like, good for sure.
What does that mean though? Because I heard that he spends less time being Venom than ever in The Last Dance. So what are they talking about?
Oh my gosh, I could go on a whole conversation.
Yeah, anyway, we'll have to move on. We have more
Last
topics to
Dance felt
talk
like a
about
waste of
besides the
time.
movie Sonic. You're taking too much time.
Exactly. I think we should move on to our next topic. So, This one's an interesting one because I don't know how much you guys are well versed in this topic.
I am actually.
More
I just did a
importantly-
podcast about this. That's funny. Yeah, go on.
Awesome. That's great. I was hoping one of you guys could explain this a bit better. I did a tiny bit of digging, but long story short, basically the DCKO is a comic event series that takes place in the Absolute Universe.
Wait, are we just moving right on to that?
Why not?
Because there was another topic we were going to talk about first, but then Dog said,
Oh, there
talk
was.
about
My
some-
bad. Sorry.
about the topic first.
What up?
Sorry. I think I know what you want to do.
You fucking motherfucker.
I've heard it all, Snake. You can't call me anything that the comment section hasn't.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Green hair and pronouns.
I'm surprised there wasn't more of that. There was only one comment saying, "Don't dye your hair; it's bad for your
I had
brain."
to do that once.
Oh yeah, Sonic. Well, green screen and pronouns.
Oh, it's not green right now, huh?
Green hair and pronouns. I don't think green hair is known for that, though. It's more blue hair, which unfortunately this did
Yes,
turn out.
I know the
kinda
quote is blue hair and pronouns. I just thought it'd be funny to just bring it up. It's a vivid color.
Most useful blue hair individual.
Anyway,
What's up, Snake? What you got?
there's this thing that happened in between the two episodes. Pretty cool. So it's a little niche event known as
His birthday.
me launching my.
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad. Let's look at that. I haven't seen that. Let's go.
What do you mean you haven't seen
Yeah,
it?
he doesn't watch your videos.
No, I do try to actually. I really do.
Fucking motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
You didn't see the thumbnail of me like this? Like that, releasing my power level to show
You
off my
see
new
my
merch.
power
Bruh.
level.
Bruh. I'd also like to make a funny observation that I've been wanting to point out this whole time but not had a chance, is if you look very closely just here, you can see where the on-air sign is reflecting into the camera lens, and so it's displaying here as well, like a watermark.
I do see that.
Upside
That's
down.
very funny.
It's very funny.
Yes.
See here, baby.
And so if you watch throughout it, I've been trying to position myself so that you could see it just there while I was
I'm an influencer. I like these. They're fun.
But yeah, congratulations! Like, behind the scenes, Snake, you have already told us you've had interest in making merch and stuff like that. You've always been like, oh, ask some suggestions and whatnot and stuff. So I think that you got a professional person to do that logo for you and just encompasses your name, your channel, and all that. I think it's very cool. I was looking at the design and being like, oh, those sunglasses, because your character has the sunglasses. I thought that said TM, the trademark, but I see it's fourth.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it says down there and stuff like that. It's a really sick logo overall. Yeah, I love it a lot.
Would you believe that the inspiration for the logo was, of all things, the Mortal Kombat 2
I believe
logo?
it. Yeah, it's swarming in and out.
Oh, okay, that's kind of sick.
Because the dragon, the intertwine, was like that with a 4 with a snake. You know what? We originally drew it because it did a mock-up. It was it shaped more like an S. That was in going through it. Originally, it was even going to have a T behind it, but when you working through it, you need to kind of simplify things down, especially if it's going to show up on a mug, for example.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to. You want things to be somewhat simple, and so we kind of narrowed it down. And the artist obviously went crazy with it, with the snake's form. It's very good.
Yes.
And there's the fantastic for snake shirt as well. That's a fun one where it's similar to this but blue, for reasons.
With a little circle
reasons
too, right?
that-
Remember a little circle?
Mm-hmm. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Boy, it's so awesome that we are all I just happen to be wearing my merch here too. So we're all wearing our merches here. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, all three of us. It's
Yeah,
great,
I'm not
isn't
wearing
it?
mine.
Yeah.
Whoops. Although
Even
I
though
did work on a new
we-
one recently that our buddy, our
No one cares.
he does all our funny little
Snake! How
dates
dare
in.
you? How could you do that to Alex?
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, sorry.
No, not him. To dog. Dog's the problem.
What did I do?
I'm going to get into some behind-the-scenes shenanigans
Oh,
right
no,
now
the
because
tea,
this needs to be
the
talked
tea.
about.
We then get political.
And then you cut that part and pretend that I just went on a lengthy tirade. And that's why Dog is a fool and an idiot and a dipshit, and I don't like him. And this is the final episode
Damn.
of the
Yeah,
podcast.
I was scared for a
Shut up.
second there. You're actually gonna unload something on me. I was like, shit. What did I do?
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Sorry.
Stop ruining it.
Cut that part too,
Let's
Sonic.
make
Cut
them
that part
think I
too.
did. Shut up,
Cut that
Dog!
part
Shut
also.
up!
What the fuck?
Please go ahead and talk about your merch idea, Dog.
Oh yeah, so I had this original idea. I don't think I have the cutesy version anymore. I sent the cutes version to Alex. I'm trying to pay him, but he has this really weird payment system that almost never works. So I've been working for the past few days trying to pay him.
Weird.
Okay, here it is. I'm getting close. So I'll show you the original draft and then the amazing stuff that he came back with because Alex just always goes above and beyond. So here was the original concept, right? This is like an idea for a shirt design. Cute little chibi version of the characters, and it's their special, like their most iconic special move inputs, you know?
Yes.
That was the joke. And it actually just worked out. I picked 4 random characters, and it just worked out that it's all 4 buttons on the controller. I was like, oh, perfect. This is like one for each button. This is actually really good.
Nice.
Without
And
repeating.
they're also pretty iconic characters, too. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So, and then Alex came back with like some really detailed images, but I had to tell him to turn off the glow or send me the Photoshop files because you can't really use glow effects on t-shirts super well. It's got to be like solid.
Didn't you say it was like you only wanted to do like the head? Like you just want to do a really simple chibi head?
I did
but
just
you
want to do
drew
the
a whole
head. I even
character?
told him that, but he came back with full-on little boys.
Wow! That's so cool. The Melina is really cute.
Like at first I thought she was farting, like a little fart cloud behind her. And she was like propelling forward. I was like, no, not the fart cloud.
Yeah, she might need to be like leaning forward a bit more, just like rotate her a bit,
or add a little swirl effect like this, like a little, like yeah.
But I get the implication though.
It is funny that one of Melina's most iconic moves is just stolen from Kano. She just does it along the ground.
True. It's also very funny that canonically, according to MK versus DC, Katana can do that move. She just doesn't choose to most of the time, but she can do it.
Oh, she has that move in MK versus DC. That's funny.
Yeah, she straight up has it.
Funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think I even went on a rant on that in a recent video. People were like, it was one of those Mortal Kombat fans don't get it videos, like misconceptions. And I was like, guys, Melina and Katana have the same powers. They're literally fucking clones. They just choose to fight differently. But like they theoretically have the exact same abilities. Like theoretically, because she's literally a clone. You know, but
That's a very interesting way to look at it. Huh.
The weird one for characters who share the same abilities is that a bunch of Sonya's moves are very similar to Liu Kang because she has like the kind of bicycle kick upwards.
Yeah.
But in the 3D era, she also had a flying kick.
Oh, that is interesting.
And originally, and her wristing originally, what the rings were originally meant to be chi, similar to Liu Kang's fireball. And consider when Liu Kang's fireball impacts, like there's like a ring of smoke or a flame, like when it dissipates. It's like those two have very similar abilities that people just never really.
Yeah.
think
That's
about.
interesting.
well, it's also
I
worth
definitely feel
mentioning the
that's
reason that like
more-
Sonya was probably not included in MK1, aside from various reasons like story and stuff, is because she'd be way too similar to Li Mei, because they both have pink blasts that they use, and I think they were like, oh. Like, of course, Li Mei can do constructs now. That's a new thing they invented for Li Mei. She never really had that before. She can now like make a Green Lantern
Firework
abilities, you know,
abilities.
a little lantern.
Yeah.
She can do a dragon. Like she can straight up make shit, which is cool. And honestly, they didn't go far enough, NetherRealm. You didn't go far enough with that idea. She should have been making way more shit.
I guess because they don't want to like defocus from the fact that she's much more like a close-up combat character and whatnot.
I think the idea was basically just to. I think they are somewhat limited by the fact that it started as a firework, and then you expand firework into like a broader like Chinese festival.
Yes.
So the constructs
good
look like the mascots, where people like you have like multiple people in like the mascot costume. You have the fireworks, the lanterns. It all really ties into that one idea, and that's why like the festival stage is specifically made for her. And so you can't really have her do like make a construct of like a hammer or something like a Green Lantern would. You have to keep it on theme.
Yeah.
So it is somewhat limiting, but it does help make her more distinct compared to a lot of other characters. I mean, you look at some like Jade and Johnny Cage have the same powers. Even referenced that in MK11 with their intros. Like she straight up had the shadow kick in the 3D era, and she has a variant of it in the newer games. And it's like, yeah, that's. But there's some moves she doesn't do because she has weapons. So she doesn't do a force ball because she has her glaive.
That's
But
true.
Functionally, they have the same abilities, which would be an interesting thing to explore. Is that where the power came from? Edenia? Is that it? Do they have common ancestry?
Yeah. The thing that you said there, because I mentioned this in my video too, because I was like about Li Mei's powers. It's like because the Sundo stage is very heavily influenced by like Chinese like firecrackers and like the Chinese New Year culture and whatnot. But then I asked the question: did she influence the stage? Did she influence like the Sundo festival, or did like the stage and the worldview influence her? Like, did she get those abilities because of the story and whatnot? And I don't have too much of a concrete answer, but I'm leaning more towards the latter, because in the arcade ending she holds a fucking sword.
Oh.
And that obviously did not make it into the final cut. But she has a sword a couple times, and it's like that may have been her original moveset, but they changed it into more of like the firework and like the Chinese influence and the Chinese like fireworks and stuff like that influence.
Personally, I would assume that it started with her just because she had the firework ability already in Deception. And so I can imagine it like branching out from that rather than we're going to do a festival. Oh, well, there's this character who does firework abilities. Let's put her in. It's more likely it's her. I mean, Sundo is her original village.
Yes.
So it makes sense that everything kind of expanded out from her, like this one ability she had that they gave her in, like, I don't remember if she even had it in, I think she had it in Deadly Alliance, but she might not have. But yeah, this one ability they gave her in like 2002 has like influenced this entire moveset and a stage, seemingly. And therefore part of the plot because like, an entire chapter is set at that festival. Yeah. So if not for that decision, Reptile's chapter would have a completely different setting.
True.
It'd be the boring daytime
yucky.
Stage. Terrible. Sundo date.
Yeah. Sundo at night
disgusting.
Actually is a really great stage.
Sorry.
Disgusting. Yeah. That's cool. I didn't think about her having fireworks before. Now that makes a lot more sense to how she is in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yo, Sonic has just confirmed one of the changes he'll make when he does the complete version of his series.
I'm gonna write that down. But since you guys have been showcasing your cool merch and stuff like that, I have a bit of a secret merch project like behind the scenes that I'm also working on. Ironically, I didn't expect us all be sharing our merch stuff today, but this is in a very early process. But like essentially, the idea came from that I wanted to have a more official like. What do you call it, a header? Like a head banner, the banners for YouTube, sure. Like and whatnot. Put that on my Twitter, put that on like the YouTube. Yeah. I wanted a more official one that kind of had like a representation of what my channel has and like all like the characters and memes in one big picture in a sort of way. And I've had this idea like festering for a while, and it's in production, and I believe it will be done before my Chapter 15 video. So I might either make a video promoting that before my Chapter 15 video, or I'll promote it in the Chapter 15 video. And I don't really know what hints I can give. It's just something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm like, just like finally I can like have this artwork be done, because I've had the idea for this artwork for a very long time, and I'm like, I just knew it was going to be a huge commission with a lot of money that I have to spend if I want to get this done, and I'm finally going to take the step and just do it. That's the main reason, and I'm like, oh, I can also make it as a t-shirt, so that's why y'all probably see this image that is in production soon, basically.
Oh, I know exactly what you need to do. You need to do like a shirt where it's you half shapeshifted into your Guilmon avatar character, like Reptile, human and lizard forms.
That'd be really cool.
I think that would be a decent like idea for an artwork. I don't know if I'd want that on a t-shirt,
The fourth wall that you're using, Snake.
If it's you and Reptile together.
So Snake, that store you have, fourth wall, do they allow you to do posters also? I saw they do coasters and stuff. Do they have posters?
I'm not sure if they have posters. Like, here's the coaster. I realised that the coaster is actually quite pricey. I did not realise that before I made the store live. So I will be adjusting some of the prices. I just don't want to do it too soon after the first few orders, because it's like if I change it right after those people made those orders, I'd feel really bad.
That's right. Congrats on already getting a few orders.
Hell yeah, get to cash that shit out.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Fourth Wall has posters as an option. I'll have to check. But there is you can do like mouse pads and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff on.
Oh!
You can do pants. You can
show
do
the hat.
Shorts and stuff.
Show the hat.
Like,
you have the cap, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I was waiting for so long for a chance to put it on for the episode, but we talked for an hour about a dog shit movie that we're all going to hate, and I just didn't have a chance to actually put it on, and then I forgot. So I'm joining the cap gang. I might wear this more often, but I will wear it more often. Maybe not every episode, but I plan to not next episode. Next episode is something different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be wearing this more often. I'm gonna join the cap gang with Dog, and we're gonna be like, yeah.
I still want to do a hat, but my website doesn't have a hat yet. I use Teespring.
Oh no,
you don't do hats
yet.
yet.
Do you use Teespring, Spill? I do have. I kind of want to consider like Snake's site, because that one actually does seem like it's not. Is it also like you just put the design out there and they take a cut of the money and whatnot, but you don't pay additional?
It's essentially it's just like you. Well, one of the big benefits is the fact that there is no stock. It's made to order, so it takes a bit longer to get there. It means that there's no risk. Like I said in the video, I'm not going to have like a warehouse somewhere where there's like 50 unsold T-shirts. It's just they're made when someone orders one, and that's the best way to do it, I think. I mean, I get why like a massive creator like a Moist Critical or like a Game Theory, I get why they would make them as like an actual stock. I get that, but for someone like us, like this is the better way, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to do the official full stores. I've always wanted to ask somebody that, because I know someone who just did it themselves. They know how to make their own websites and stuff. I know how to make a website. I actually know game design. I mean, I know web design, like as far as coding and stuff. I don't know how to actually buy a domain and get it to go to my bank and loop that with a company that actually makes it independently. So I'm like, just do what me and Snake are doing. Just find someone that already does it.
What you need, dog. You need to get sponsored by Squarespace.
It's true. Hey, Squarespace, if you're listening, and I know you fucking are.
Squarespace. Yeah, because I like.
It was so funny as so that Squarespace was watching our podcast and was like, you know what? I got you, dog.
Like when that one buddy of mine said, like, hear me out. I'm gonna get with Chronica so she won't reset the timeline. And I was like, you know what, bro? You're a real one.
Take one. Take one for the team. You took one for the team.
Taking a hit for the team.
Yeah, took one for the team.
Jump on the grenade, buddy.
Yeah. I remember I have 2 sites myself, designed by humans and like Teespring. So
nice.
I don't know if I want to add another one to put T-shirts on, but like I'll think about it. But yeah, congrats to all of us for our merch and stuff. Snakes is released. I'll put your merch in the description of this episode since we are talking about it this time.
Yes.
Dogs is not out yet, right?
No, not yet. I have another one I'm working on too if you want to see it just for fun. I've had this one done for a long time. I just forgot to put it on the store.
Yeah. Cool.
People like this one. So I'm like, oh, okay. Also, real quick, because I don't want to forget this idea. Alex, if you're watching and want to do some fun art for no reason, because we're talking about taking a hit for the team, you could do that meme of like someone trying to hit on Cetrion, like maybe Johnny Cage or someone's trying to flirt with Cetrion, and Chronica just walks into frame. She's not interested. Should be funny. Love that shit.
That sounds like something like a Jade and Katana.
That would work too.
Like Johnny's hitting, like Johnny at the feast is hitting on Katana, and then Jade walks in. Or I could do Tanya, but like just it's best to do.
Well, it's Katana.
But the joke works better if the
Not
second person is
interested.
unattractive, because that's like the joke, is that the second person's only saying that because they're jealous, So yeah, and Cetrion's a big bald. I mean, sorry, Chronica's a big baldy, so she probably does get jealous all the time. Yeah.
Just to be clear, because how much time we spent slating Jade's look in the new film, we don't have a problem with bald women.
I do.
That's
I
true.
personally
That's true,
do.
dog. Wow.
Just
You know what the
kidding.
funny thing is? When Dog was saying that joke initially, I was thinking like, what is it? Because like she's the mom and doesn't want Cetrion to be like.
That's also
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going out looking like that, young lady. Like that was a joke that I thought was happening there. But I've
That'd be funny
That's
too.
a good one too. That is like you MK3 Katana or MK9. You're not going out like that young lady. Then she's in one of those awful bodysuits she has in 11 and 1. It's like that.
To be fair, I made that joke, like in one of my videos. I just took the scene from Family Guy, but put Katana's face in Shao Kahn's body, and it's like, you're not going out like that. But Dad, no, upstairs. And yeah, so
there's a couple of versions of that, like a Cammy from Street Fighter or whatnot.
You do the inverse. She's in the 1101 fit, and it's like you're not going out like that, and it's like, but fan base, no, go upstairs. She comes back as MK now.
it reminds me of that amazing art that I think Ball Buddy did it, but there's that amazing artwork of the World Tour where you have to give someone a bunch of gifts before you get their costume too. And everyone makes these freakish nightmare fuel avatars, right, in Street Fighter 6. So you just see Cammy minding her own business in London, and then she looks up, there's like 2 disgusting shadowy figures looming over her, and she's like, ugh. And they just like have all these cans of cat food, and they're like, here you go, sweetheart. Now put on the leotard.
That sounds like a horror show.
The idea of force feeding her all that food. God.
But yes, so anyways, let's get back on the next topic. I was about to say get back on track, but I feel like Snake would be like pissed, be like, that was a main topic. How dare you think that was a subtopic? But yes, let's go to DCKO. Would you like to explain to us, Dog, what DCKO is?
Well, yeah, it's a fighting game version of League of Legends, right? With the tiniest roster you've ever seen. Oh, wait.
Dog, not 2XKO.
Oh, DCKO. My shit. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Fuck.
Just roast them for no reason.
To be fair, DCKO, decent name. 2XKO,
Yeah.
dog
So
shit.
DCKO is interesting. I knew about DCKO before they even did the crossover with Mortal Kombat, because I watch a guy called Mr. Splash. Shout outs to him. He's already covering it. Pretty much, they're trying to stop Darkseid from taking over the universe, but he's going to Earth on his stop to take over the universe. And he uses this like heart at the center of like reality, I guess, inside of each planet that will power him up and let him take over the planet, right? It's merging everything by having a heart of like apocalypse in every planet, some nonsense like that. Anyway, they're like, well, what if we become the master of the heart of Earth? Can we then become like him and match him and defeat him? That's the only way. And they're like, yeah, in theory, but it would make you fight for dominance. It would prove who's the greatest conqueror of all of you. So it creates this kind of tournament, and it's going to become kill or be killed. And they go, well, after the tournament's over, because we'll become this all-powerful being like Darkseid is, where we're like almost God level, could we just revive everyone? And they go, yeah, again, in theory, but are y'all willing to actually kill each other? And they all pause, and Superman's like, no, we're not willing to do that. But then it's like they end up doing it anyway, right? So, and during this whole crossover event, for some reason, a bunch of characters are being brought in from IPs that are not really part of DC. Like Annabelle, the fucking doll from Annabelle is going to be in there.
Well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
So this is a comic that has been already running for a while. There have been matches and characters who have already fought and like killed each other already.
Yes,
It's
but
been
apparently the
some
writer
time.
already said they come back. They'll just reincarnate as a different version of the character, which is interesting.
Well, what I mean to say is this has been a series that has been running, and now they're gonna do like some crossover.
Yeah, not for super
characters.
long though. I think it's only 2 or 3 issues. Hasn't been going on for that long.
Supposedly, like the crossover characters are only there to be like
Teachers.
training. Like they're not actually gonna be the main opponents and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're
from what I've
training.
heard.
Hmm.
But let me first post the picture here so you guys can see like what we're working with here, because it is definitely a weird roster. It is like,
Yes.
huh.
So I mean, is the kind of roster you look. I mean, I said this when this was first revealed, that imagine that DCKO, the next game NetherRealm makes is DCKO as a game, because it is a fighting game premise. Like that's clearly what they're basing it on, and it's like, well, instead of just doing another Injustice game, we'll do a different kind of DC thing, which could be a James Gunn directive. We don't know, but. And then it's like, well, this is the guest lineup. You got Homelander, I think the comic version. I could be wrong about that.
Don't know. It's just a version. Yeah, I don't think it's either. I think it's just a version.
Yeah, the Sub-Zero from M1K.
Yep.
This dude here, and we have Vampirella, which is like quite a pull, but makes more sense than some of these characters. Annabelle, who's like the Yoda of the thing, I guess. Where it's
Annabelle.
like that's just baffling. And then there's some kind of bird thing that I don't recognize.
How
I
dare
don't
you?
recognize that woman
How
either.
dare you not recognize Samantha? Like I'm appalled by that.
Who?
Samantha! Like, oh my gosh, dude.
From
The full name of it is kind of long. It's like, Where Are the Trees?
Samantha, I thought that was a boy teddy bear.
No, that's a lady. That's like in her 40s and whatnot. It's like a middle-aged, like
Dear
she's not
God.
actually a mother, but like she's like.
hang on. So there's 6 characters.
You
Sub-Zero,
forgot one
Homelander,
just then
and
too.
4.
Red Sonja.
No, I said I don't know the other woman.
Oh, you don't know Red Sonja?
Yeah, Red Sonja. Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
who
that's
that
Red
is?
Sonja.
Because she had that
Okay.
movie recently
Yeah,
that nobody watched, despite it kind of appealing to the male gaze, but it was just a very bad movie, apparently. I didn't know it came out.
But what you're telling me is, that they have a roster here, these guest characters, Sub-Zero, Homelander, and 4 women. The wokoids have struck again.
dear,
in our
that's
DC
not again.
comics.
The woke is why Red Sonja
And then
didn't
NetherRealm's
work.
gonna
Okay.
and NetherRealm will follow suit. NetherRealm's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna have the same roster. We're also gonna have the wokoid victory of more women. This is disgusting. This is vile, and I don't.
Damn, it
stand
could have
for
been worse. We could have had like MK1 sector or Cyrax included.
Anyways, I kind of want to see if you guys want to chat a bit about the character roster we've got here, because obviously Sub-Zero is the most interesting one. But go ahead, for us. I mean, go ahead.
I bet the reason they chose Sub-Zero is because they want to promote the current MK thing, but that would mean it'd be Kuai Liang Scorpion, who is controversial. So if you take Bi-Han as Sub-Zero, that's not a controversial pick.
Sure.
Otherwise, I think it would have been Scorpion, because you can't have Hanzo, well, unless it's movie Hanzo, but they probably can't. So if you have Hanzo, that's promoting the old thing, but you want to promote the new thing, so you avoid the controversial pick and just take the one icon who's not substantially different in the new timeline.
So here's an observation that I've noticed, but I'm not sure if I'm correct about this. Yes, I actually think the fact that it's M1K Sub-Zero here, I'm like, okay, at least it doesn't seem like they're just gonna completely throw this world away, because many people were like, start over, let's just just go back to the original. I think this seems like there's some staying power apparently if Bi-Han is here. But the other thing that I have noticed of this lineup is, oh, that's cute, these are mostly villains. Right? Like, is Red Sonja a villain though? Because I'm not sure if
Red Sonja's good.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, but like everyone here is either a villain or more of a like not a hero allegiance basically. And I think if you put Sub-Zero here instead of like Kuai Liang Scorpion, that would make more sense if you're going for a not righteous person fighting and whatnot.
Sure. But I think the funniest thing about this whole thing is Annabelle. Because remember, Annabelle is from the Conjuring franchise, which is based on real events. This is the real historical figure Annabelle the Possessed doll, who's going to show up in this comic and get her shit rocked by Batman. That's fucking hilarious.
Except that so Batman already died.
That's so funny.
But yeah.
I wonder...
Don't worry about that. I was going to say, people already have a joke. Me and Mr. Splash joked, like, what if Annabelle is coaching Harley Quinn and she can actually hear it because she's crazy?
Okay, that's not a bad gimmick.
No, they made that the perfect opportunity is you have Arnold Wesker.
Oh, that'd be
with
awesome.
Annabelle.
Oh.
Instead of Scarface, it's Annabelle, and like, oh, that's an idea that's worth exploring. That could be forget everything I just said about how silly this all is. That'd be
great, but I don't think he's on the roster. They've already shown all the characters that are in the. Yeah.
No, I'm sure he's not. But that's how you would do it if you were making a fighting game.
True. Going back to how Snake and Sonic broke up. Sonic brought up how they're mostly villains.
We broke up.
Brought up. He brought up how they're mostly villains. I think that's because they're gonna have them. Again, the whole point is having to decimate your opponents, right? Well, that too. No, I was gonna say they have to teach you to decimate your opponents. Like, for example, Superman being taught by Sub-Zero. Homelander was too obvious. They're too similar. If like Sub-Zero was the one teaching him, like, yo, Superman, sometimes like to get the better ends, you have to kill people, and like to save what you believe, your beliefs, and like your people. He's speaking about his own Lin Kuei warriors here, right? Like to save what you believe, your culture, your planet, you have to be willing to kill. Like you gotta go in there. I'll teach you how to kill and kill decisively, like in one move, like that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately,
why are you talking about Bi-Han like he's Kuai Liang? Kuai Liang would teach that way. Bi-Han would go, "You are pathetic and weak."
Yeah, Superman. I'm doing original Bi-Han from mythology.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Bi-Han in Mortal Kombat 1 is not that well written. Like you're the way you're saying it like that.
To be fair, guys, the writing has been stellar in this series so far, and then also I'm wondering if they're even going to make a distinguish between. Yeah, these comics are really good so far. The writing.
Cool.
To even make a distinguish between the Sub-Zeros, that's already wishful thinking. I'm wondering if he only looks like MK1 Sub-Zero because that's the most recognizable appearance at the moment. Very similar to how in the movie Battle of the Realms, they had either their MK9 or MKX outfits, which didn't make any sense. Like, why would they have their MKX outfits? And it's like, well, because people like that look, and it was the most recent game that had come out. Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's the same thing with Sub-Zero. They might not even ever distinguish between Kuai Liang or Bi-Han. They're probably just going to call him Sub-Zero the whole time. And
I feel like if that was the case, you would do a classic Sub-Zero design.
Wrong! I just explained why.
Design. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well like I said, like you do want to promote the current thing, and it's like it's a small thing, but it shows faith in the creative decisions they've made, even though they probably don't have that much faith. But it shows like, yeah, we're not just going to back down immediately. We are going to try and persist with this thing, and we want people who read this comic and go, I want to know more about this Sub-Zero guy. I'm going to buy the new Mortal Kombat. You want to have that is what the same reason why Nick Fury's black now, because he's white in the comics, but in the movies he's black. So they replaced the white one with another guy who is black to be more like, so people will be more familiar with that. Stuff.
Yeah. The movies affect the comics.
That's another reason. That's another reason why. I think Homelander, looking at the cape, it looks like it's like stripes, which I'm pretty sure the show doesn't do. I think that's a comic thing. So this might be either the comic version or like a bit of a mix of both.
Maybe more of an original one. That's what I'm guessing, personally.
Depending on how comedic the writing is, he might ask like Wonder Woman or Black Canary if he can suck their tits. Oh. I could see him doing that.
Does he do that in the comics?
That's the meme from the show.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
That's his victory pose in M1K. Come on.
I know he drinks milk, but he doesn't literally. I mean, in the show he does because of a reasoning. Yes. But I don't think he's gonna walk up to people being like, "Can I suck your tits?" I don't think that's. I think that's something.
He might.
By the way, I feel the need to tell people watching the podcast right now that was not in the comics. That's just the showrunners being fucking weirdos. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
So one thing that many fans have also brought up is just like, finally we can get an official Homelander and Superman fight, and we can finally have Superman beat the shit out of Homelander in an instant. Yay! That's all the comments if you look up like this image right now. Just like, let's go, Homelander's gonna get wrecked.
To be fair, I did love those YouTube shorts about that where they would mod like Omni-Man to be Superman, and he would just like do one move and kill Homelander instantly, and it played the fucking Johnny Cage meme, International Love.
Yeah. That meme is so funny where it's like, if Homelander is outside of his series, like everybody beats him. It's just for some.
Well, also as the show goes on, everyone starts beating him because the writers are actively making Homelander weaker in every season. I think because they hate the character deep down and they wanted everyone to hate him too, and they're like, no, why is everyone liking the character? And it's like, well, not because we agree with them, it's because he's entertaining and we want to see him do interesting stuff.
Of course.
Like. Same with Omni-Man.
What were you saying, Snake?
So if the premise of this comic is that the heroes basically have to learn to kill, and these guys are basically there to kind of help them with that, then that tells you that Superman is not going to demolish Homelander in an instant.
No, of course, yeah.
The whole point would be you have to kill people, and Superman's like, no, I won't kill people. So Homelander's going to beat on him until Superman finally says okay and kills him. Probably with a neck break, similar to how he killed Zod.
Or Homelander's going to kill someone important too. That could happen.
Or the Snyder, and that's how you get the Snyder stands in. They're going to go, oh, he's like our Superman.
For real.
I was thinking about like whenever Homelander like is pit up with somebody, the comment section is always just the Invincible season 2 finale where Mark is just all bloodied up, being like, "I thought you were stronger."
Oh yeah.
It's just always that. Whatever. Yeah.
See, I wish I was better at art because I would have made that meme. Like Superman in the first match of like DCKO, he's like got all these bloody hands and he's just covered. He's like, I thought everyone was stronger.
Yeah. I feel like you guys are doing a disservice by not knowing who the freaking teddy bear character is, honestly, because like
nobody does, Sonic.
Yes, that's why I have to promote this shit, because this is like it won like the best-selling like book of like this year.
Oh, really?
In terms of like graphic novels and stuff like that.
Oh.
So this series is called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, and the premise is that this is like the art style is drawn in like a very, very kids book kind of art style. You know, like I don't want to say Bearstein's Bear, but you know that kind of like the characters are all like these soft, cute-looking creatures. It's like it's obviously just feels like the kind of stuff that you would read to your children, basically, like a child's book. But
mascot horror.
Fuck you, Snake. Do not say that this is a fucking mascot horror. You are undermining this shit so much by saying that.
That's just girl Freddy Fazbear. Fuck you, Sonic.
Sam fans, get him in the comment sections.
Yeah,
I know you kids exist, Samantha fans.
Give me a break for once.
But let me just kind of say like the premise of this book. This basically, it's Samantha lives in like this village with all these like people that, you know, the neighbors that she's hangs out with, and it's a really loving village and whatnot. And so the first like part of the story is she goes out to the city. She randomly drugs a young like bunny, like takes this bunny into like her car, starts cutting him up into pieces, and then buries this bunny into like trees. That's the first like 5 pages of the book. She's a psychopath, basically.
Perfect.
Edgy Gretzko.
So she is a villain. Perfect.
Edgy Gretzko. You know what? I won't even deny that part. Fair. But basically, the main character is this psychopath who cuts up people because that gives her relief in a sort of way. And essentially, the plot is like a little bit not too big of a spoiler, but basically a murder happens in her town, and when that happens, she's like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna start suspecting me. I gotta find this killer before people put fingers on me and stuff like that." And that's why you start following her plot. And she's not really a hero because she's also kind of like a psychopathic, mentally problematic person, but she's the main character and you're following her. So it's a very interesting story, but also a very interesting character analysis, because it's she's the main character. You gotta root for this character who is a killer, basically. That's why when it's people are in the comments and being like, what the hell is Samantha gonna do? And it's oh, Samantha gonna show Joker what a real insane person can do and stuff like that.
So it's Dexter for furries.
Sure, if that gets you to read it, why
it's
not? It's actually really
friends.
short, by the way.
It's not
okay, that is
it.
actually insulting, dog. How dare you? That's actually fucking insulting.
Insulting to Happy Tree Friends, maybe, because that's actually legendary. People are still going to talk about Happy Tree Friends a decade from now. This comic's going to be...
I don't even remember any fucking character names in Happy Tree Friends. I'm sorry.
No, what's going to happen, dog, is this character will live on in the form of a meme where Harley Quinn bashes the character's skull in with a bat.
Sure.
I'm just saying, Samantha fans, you know what to do. These two fuckers here embarrassing themselves like that.
Could you imagine Superman just punts it like a football, just tosses her and goes... it goes flying.
Just her
But again,
head,
these characters
basically.
aren't going to fight, like Sonic said. These are the teachers. They're probably not going to take part in any of the fighting. Yeah.
They're the NPCs in the Fortnite map.
It's definitely very interesting choices, though. It's I don't think these are all Warner Brothers properties, anyways, too. So it's just I'm
Warner Brothers. Don't you mean Warner Discovery Disney after they get bought again?
As far as I know, only 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah, Sub-Zero.
I think Marvel even still does Red Sonja comics every now and then.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what makes it such a they license these characters for a comic. That seems weird, unless the idea is to make a game as well, and that's where the money would go.
That's an interesting theory that we can talk about. Sorry, go ahead.
That'd be so funny. It's oh well, we don't. It's some would go, oh well, Mr. Ed Boon, this isn't technically Injustice. However, this is the new DC fighting game. You said no repeat DLCs, then why are you doing Sub-Zero again? And Ed Boon goes, haha, well that was Kuai Liang. This is Bi-Han. They are not the same character. Real MK fans know that. That's the excuse. Well, yeah, well, Homelander, and it's well, that was the show Homelander. This is the comic Homelander. Shut your mouth. And Ed Boon suddenly just gets really aggressive towards fans. That'd be very funny.
To be fair, I heard that the repeat DLC line was never actually said. That's like a giant Mandela.
Correct.
Yeah.
Snake
made a video.
about it. Go watch that.
So I have a couple of things about. So I have a couple of things about the the thing about whether or not this actually is going to be a fighting game, like this comic, because the premise does just sound perfect for a fighting game. It's oh, how do we get characters to fight each other? Bablamo, here's your story, here's your guest fighters and stuff like that. To me, at least, I think the small issues is it's already it's a comic that has already been going on. Do you think they're gonna just take because I know it's especially in Japan, animes and mangas have been turned into arena fighters and stuff like that. But I don't really know if that's going to be something that the US wants to do, because I feel whenever they do a fighting game, it's always original IP or original ideas and what they come up with and stuff like that. I don't know if it's oh, it's an established universe. We've already had already some comics out, then they turn that into a fighting game. It's Marvel Rivals came out first, then the comic, if that makes any sense. And then the other thing is also I mean, I could see a world where these guest fighters could work, but at the same time, they don't all scream a good fighting game characters. You know what I mean? I would love to play Annabelle, but is that really a fighting game character material?
I mean, you say that, but look at how many guest characters MK has, where it's just man with gun. That doesn't sound like a good fighting game character, but they do it anyways. Yes. Man with gun.
Man with gun.
Man with gun seems to be their formula for what they work with. Then but I would love DCKO to be a fighting game. Honestly, I think that would be a very cool idea. But one nail in the coffin, in my opinion, is like a year ago when I saw like this interview where like talking about Mortal Kombat 1's release with Ed Boon and stuff like that. And one of the questions was basically just like, so like normally it would be like a Mortal Kombat game, Injustice, Mortal Kombat game, Injustice, but you guys broke the mode with Mortal Kombat 11 going to Mortal Kombat 1. Is there like an Injustice game like done, or is that a franchise you guys are going to continue? And Ed Boon was like, oh, of course, Injustice is definitely still on the table. It's definitely still like something we'll be working on and whatnot. So it seems like that's an IP.
When was this?
Like the Mortal Kombat 1 release interviews, basically. So around like 2 years ago, or 1 year ago.
Plans could have changed.
True, but I just feel like you wouldn't be so.
Because you have to remember, like, because what happened in between that was James Gunn becoming like the head of a lot of the DC stuff and talking about how a lot of the movies and the games are gonna like be more connected and whatnot. So like you might see like David Corenswet Superman show up in a game and stuff like that. So I could easily see it being like they were gonna do Injustice, and then maybe he stepped in and said, make it a new DC IP that's maybe a bit lighter. Although DCKO with the how violent is it in terms of the kills?
DCKO? I haven't seen any violent ones yet, but they have said they are going to get violent. In fact, I forget which one we talked about, but one death in particular. Oh, it was Joker versus Red Hood. They're going to get the run back. And they said the fight was so violent, they were told to dial it back. So
I heard that, yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah. But I got no idea. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy like showing a spine ripped out or any of that. But you probably will see like, for example, Shazam died in one panel in kid form. He didn't get to even transform. So,
of course,
of course.
I mean, I think that confirms that it is going to be another round fighting game because they
love killing Shazam.
All right, Snake is betting on the confirmation.
Trying
to confirm it here. Okay.
To be fair, I have heard they come back. Like they get to come back in the next round. But you're just like dead for like the meantime or something. There's something about that. So otherwise, it would also something really big worth noting for any comic book fans. This is gonna like make you want to wet your britches. It's very loosely implied in issue 1 that this whole event could end in a New 52 kind of situation, where everyone gets rebooted slightly different.
Yeah, you did say something about how like the characters come back in like different incarnations.
Yeah.
So in theory, it could be like if say Harley Quinn's current stuff wasn't that popular, they could go, well, she reincarnates as classic Joker obsessed Harley, and so that's where that's going to go. That's not going to happen, but like, as an example.
Also, I think Dog, were you one who said it's like James Gunn wants to be more light? Oh no, Snake, you were the one who said that. Like wants to make sure it was more lighthearted. I don't.
No. In theory. I'm not saying that is the thing, because obviously he does like Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. So
yeah.
Although they are still lighthearted despite how violent they are, it's very much like a Deadpool's-esque vibe.
Sure.
Where even though it's super violent, it's not like dark per se. But so I'm just saying, like I could imagine that whatever plans may have been in place 2 years ago could easily have changed with James Gunn getting such a big role at DC.
Yeah, actually, I have a question for Dog, because you probably know about the Suicide Squad game more than us. Was that game ever outright gory, violent in that game?
The Suicide Squad game? I don't think so. I mean, some people get shot in the head and killed. I don't think anyone gets like decapitated or anything.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think like if that could be the next angle they go with, like if Injustice 3 or DCKO comes out next time, is like will they dare to go more violent, or that's going to be more like, okay, fatalities won't happen here kind of vibe and whatnot.
I mean, well, not MK level fatalities.
Yeah, of course.
But like just like the Flash, for example, phases a hand into Lex Luthor's chest and pulls.
Oh yeah, he does.
So
that's right.
You could do that, or it could be like he just like dashes up to someone and like face through them, they just like drop dead, or like just rush up to them and just break the neck so fast you can't even see it.
Fair.
Like MK versus DCU level fatalities, but not later.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested. I just like when this popped up on the timeline, it's just because like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1, okay,
Sub-Zero.
and then you start seeing all the guest fighters. It just seems like an interesting thing that could happen. But whether it just be a comic or whether it leads to more things, I guess we will see. I feel like this is the kind of thing that like 5 or 10 years from now they'll be like animated, and whatnot, and then it'll be like the buzz will come up again and whatnot.
Yeah.
What I found kind of interesting is they mentioned
original animated series.
They mentioned the New 52, but then this Superman seems like old school Superman because they mentioned him surviving or coming back from the dead after fighting Doomsday, which is pre New 52.
Yeah. So you don't know.
Oh, did they merge them together? Oh, okay.
Yes, in Rebirth, the pre-New 52 Superman, he and Lois and their son John, that's where that came from. They came to this universe, and then I think the Lois is merged, and Superman died, the New 52 Superman. But in the course of the event, he got merged into his pre-New 52 self. But at the same time, they also did a story. I think it's part of the Dark Knight's Death Metal thing, where all the old multiverses are back. So the pre-New 52 multiverse should be back, but I guess Superman is either not there or has been replaced by a doppelganger of his pre-New 52 self, while the actual pre-New 52 Superman is in the New 52/Rebirth universe.
Good lord. Okay, well that explains a little bit.
Yeah. Amazing.
See, this is why I had plans for a cannonball like 2 or 3 years ago about all the main DC universes and how the reboots affected them, and then I found out Convergence happened. Well, what, they went back into Crisis and prevented it? What? And then Death Metal shit came out. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
See, this is why manga is winning, everybody, because manga sticks to their damn plots. Anyway,
yeah, essentially that is one of the big reasons why manga would be winning over comics, is because comics are fucking stupid, and so is manga, to be fair. It's all fucking dumb. But My Hero Academia did not have a big universe-ending event that rebooted everything, but slightly
multiple
different.
Times.
And then you just carry on reading it. Yeah, they didn't do that.
There's also one other issue. Sorry, go Snake.
Marvel hasn't really had that issue, because Marvel doesn't really do that. But it has been going long enough to have massive continuity issues, and also a lot of the most popular characters are not treated well. Like manga, again, Hero Academia did not have Deku get cuckolded, and they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna get with Uraraka. No, he's not. That's not gonna happen. She's gonna get with someone else, and everyone's gonna hate that guy because the people in charge hate Deku. No, that didn't happen.
Oh, well,
it almost did.
Thanks for spoiling it. I haven't gotten there yet, but you know.
Yes, I'm going to spoil dog that in My Hero Academia, Deku does not get cuckolded. I will spoil this for you.
I'm actually I'm one of the I only say that because I'm one of the few people who actually doesn't think the show stopped being peak. I thought it was fine, so I'm still watching it.
Yeah. Many people still think it's fine, but I know the loud minority likes to complain about everything about My Hero. Like I know that's the meme and whatnot. But overall, it's still like there's a fan base basically. It's still it's a very successful show still. I want to bring up something though about that whole analogy. Well, yes, manga is winning, but I think one of the big things as to why manga is winning is because mangas can actually make original IPs, while Americans just only want to read superhero stuff.
Well, I mean, that's part of it, obviously. But
can it work out? No, they just want Batman another 50th time.
Well, no, there's tons of actually independent comics. And if you go to a comic book shop in Austin, where I live, well, I'm near Austin, you'll see all the independent comics. They have every single idea under the sun. The issue is, I guess what you're saying is Marvel and DC only push the superhero stuff.
Yeah,
because there's tons. Like every comic you can think of exists.
No, I'm not saying quantity-wise is the issue. I'm saying readers and what's actually being pushed is just people. It's just Batman. It's just that's what that's. Well,
not only is it Batman, but it's a new version of Batman with decades of lore. So if you try to jump in now, you have no clue what the hell's going on. There was even a meme about that where it said, "Here's me trying to get into comics," and it's Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh crap, where do I start? And then it's with manga, it's Berserk, and it's where do I start? Bro, you start with issue 1. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's and I definitely think this is more of a culture thing. It's that's just what's more successful in America, and that's what's more successful in Japan and stuff like that. It's even my friends, it's I want to read an American comic. I don't want to read the mainstream Batman and Superman. I have no interest in superhero stuff. Well, tough luck. The closest I got him to read something that's actually good, that's not... It's still a superhero thing. How did I forget? Watchmen? Yeah, Watchmen. It's that's just one series. You can read it and be done, and it's a good story. That's the closest I could get him to read something that's an American graphic novel-wise and whatnot.
That's where you can I am Unk, I'm old. That's why you can recommend the Absolute line from
That's
DC
fun.
and the Ultimate line from Marvel, even though Ultimate is coming to an end. Although Marvel does have the stipulation that you have to go, okay, Ultimate started in like 2023, not the one from 2001, not that one, not that Ultimate Spider-Man, this Ultimate Spider-Man. So even then, you have major issues trying to get people to understand where they're supposed to start.
And also, I'm not interested in anything like Batman or Marvel or DC related, you know? So it's like, your options kind of get limited in terms of like one of the more popular things, or like, like Dog said, you can find that. You can find the more obscure, like I just fucking mentioned, you know, like Samantha just then, you know, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Like that's a graphic novel though. It's not really a comic.
Image comics are
you know
pretty
what I mean?
good
It's
if you
not
want
that-
stories that actually start and end with the same like writers and don't go too into too big of
Yeah.
tangents, I guess.
But definitely like
but
the
it-
top dogs.
like,
It's
im-
like
it-
if America
Image
tried
is
to
the
make
place
a
to go
Demon
for that.
Slayer, if it tried to do a Chainsaw Man, would be successful. Hard to say. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
Image is where you go for that because you know, like it's like creator owned. Like I know there are like say other people write Spawn and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure like Invincible is just like the one guy.
That's true.
The whole
Yes.
time.
Well, there's spin-off comics
So
you can
that-
read,
that's
but yeah.
really where you want to be looking. Yeah, you want to be looking in a place like that where it is kind of more creator centric. Image, which was always the way it was by design, except when Todd McFarlane tried to like claim ownership of Neil Gaiman's characters, like Angela, and then Neil Gaiman got the rights to her and said, I'm going to sell it to Marvel.
Which ironically kind of almost made Todd seem right because he's like, no, don't do this. Don't just give it to a heartless corporation, and they've made her gay. It took 10 seconds.
That's it. That's the only issue, apparently, for Dog. But speaking of Invincible, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, new season.
How's that
got
for a
announced with a fun
segue?
little-
How's that for a
New season
segue?
got announced, and also they confirmed another character for the fighting game.
That's right.
Mhm.
Cecil.
So yeah, with Invincible Versus, we have Cecil now, which is the meme. Like the meme is real.
Cecil!
He fights kind of like
I need you!
the Resident Evil character from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I feel bad that I'm blanking on her name.
Chris? Oh, Jill?
Jill, yes, thank God, yeah. Plays kind of like Jill because he summons like the zombie cyborgs to come in, like go, and like they fly in. He also can teleport, which is funny because someone did the math on. Oh, I think Sonic, you posted this, the meme of how much it costs in that one trailer because his teleport has a price on it.
Yes, every ability.
It costs the U.S. taxpayers this
taxpayers.
much every time he teleports.
The memes are great. It's like the most expensive like bread and butter like you can perform and whatnot. Because his level 2 is just like teleporting pew, 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 back and forth.
The only way that
whatnot.
trailer could have been better is if they had the meme of like Mark going, Cecil, I need you, Cecil, and he's like, and just comes in.
That will be modded in on day
I think they're
one.
gonna do
That'll
that.
be literally the first mod. The first mod will be someone going into the game's voice files and going, okay, oh, here's where he calls in Cecil. Replace that with Cecil, I need you, Cecil.
Just
And that's-
Cecil
and before
every
the
time.
nude mods, before the nude mods or Eve with giant tits
Oh my
mods,
gosh.
before then, there'll be that.
To be fair, that is something
The
Eve can do.
giant tits mod?
You clearly not been around many
I
modern
know.
games.
I know.
If you're laughing at, if you're like,
I'm
what
laughing
really-
at the
yes.
idea it's going to happen.
The first mods for every game are going to
Nude
be
mods.
the nude mod, the kill children mod, the feet mod, and
Bigger
bug fixes.
stuff mod.
Those.
What was the last one you said? I didn't catch that because Sonic said something. What's up?
But bug fixes.
Bug fixes. Oh, they'll fix the bugs themselves. Yeah,
Where
yeah.
fans will just. Yeah.
By the way, you mentioned about like they're gonna add that into the meme. It's like the Invincible Versus YouTube channel. Like they made a video talking about the deep dive into Cecil Stedman, and the title is Sea Salt, and exclamation points. So they
Yeah.
know. They know.
That game is slowly coming into its own. I'm excited. I need to make more videos talking about it, actually. I made a couple of videos that were real bangers. And the comments section's actually making fun of me a little bit because they're watching that video, they're discovering it for the first time, and being like, well, this comment by you didn't age super well because I said that, guys, I know we all want Cecil. It's probably not going to happen. And then it did happen. Before that, I made the joke that everyone said they want Debbie. And I'm like, guys, it's not going to happen. We're not going to get Debbie as a playable character, even though that'd be fucking hilarious. And then here comes
That would be
Cecil.
very funny.
So there we go. Hey, I'm happy to be wrong.
In
I'm very happy to have Cecil.
Yeah. And by the way, when it was in Combat Kings episode 70 in June of this year, when they initially announced Invincible Versus, we had a section where we talked about what characters do we want.
Yeah.
You know what I was saying? I said it'd be very funny if they added Cecil into the game. Ayo!
Nice. Hell yeah. It would
And then
be-
afterwards, Dog, you suggested Donald. It's like, well, what if they did that for Donald, basically, because he's the
Yeah.
mech character, that he can work with that and whatnot.
Donald would make
looked
more
into some
sense, but I
behind
guess
the
for the
scene-
memes, they had to do Cecil. Could you imagine? I don't think this game has
Well,
different health values.
Cecil is the more popular character, you know what I mean?
They could have done the two as a duo, where it's a puppet fighter, and Cecil's just like
That'd be
telling Donald
awesome.
what to do.
Could you guys imagine though? So I don't know how familiar y'all are with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but in that game there's
Okay.
different health values, right? Capcom loves giving characters different health values.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could you
Zero is
imagine?
very squishy.
Yeah, could you imagine if they made Cecil like Dark Phoenix, where he has the lowest health value in the game? Like he dies really, really easily, but that's why he has the teleportation and all the weapons and shit.
That's what I thought they were kind of implying.
Bit of a
Yeah.
Bit of a tangent, but do you know the idea of different health values goes back to Street
Yeah.
Fighter 2?
Oh,
With the women,
interesting.
Do you know
the
the
women
story
have
there?
lower health, right?
That was the idea, but remember, Chun-Li was literally the only woman in the original version of SF2, and so the idea was, well, she's a woman, she's not as strong as the other characters,
Yeah.
because she's a woman, so
Yeah.
she'll have lower health. And then everyone else was like, no, that's fucking stupid. And then, which is really funny because since then, Capcom's been like, almost like to make up for that, Chun-Li, strongest woman in the world. Like they really like, look, she's super strong, guys. It's okay. Please forgive us for our.
What's funny is that in Street Fighter 5 it made the most sense because like the big characters had big health, like Zangief, which he's had big health for a while because he has no projectiles, so he has to work to get in. He needs more health, but Abigail had more health too. And one of my favorite choices they made later in Street Fighter 5 is they gave Armika the highest health for the women, and I'm like, this makes sense because she's like the most brawny, but also she trains with fucking Zangief. If anybody has a pain tolerance, it's gonna be her. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. I was like, finally, dude, my girl right there. My girl got something. My girl Armika.
And then you give Zangief even more health because it's like, yes, he trains with Bears and Armika.
I love all that fan art of Armika beating the shit out of Abigail. I don't know who that artist is, but he's made so much art of Armika just beating up Abigail. And I have no idea why.
So you guys did see the announcement. I'm sure you guys saw the trailer, but there was a whole panel actually of like talking about Cecil and like the future of this game and stuff like that. One thing that kind of got like glossed over is that they confirmed a story mode, and it's gonna be like cinematic and all that kind of shit. Like there's gonna be like a dedicated story mode
cool.
in the game. I think they said it's like they're gonna explain a bit more why Cecil can fight in this game, or like how he can take.
He's got a
punches,
Viltrumite
maybe.
pill.
Like,
Injustice.
Injustice comic pill. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pill. I don't know, but like, so one thing that's interesting is they confirmed that there's going to be a story mode. The story mode is going to be about like 30 minutes of cinematics. I think that's what they said. It's going to be like, it's going to feel like an episode of Invincible, written by some of the people who worked on the show and the TV side. So it's like, oh, okay, there's some dedicated things about this. Also, this is all announced by Kirkman, you know, the author of Invincible. But one interesting thing that's noted about this is there's going to be an original character from the story mode that's going to be like a character, a playable character in the game too. So a character not in the comics, not in the show, but an original character for
Cool.
this game, basically.
That's fun.
Homelander.
That's not an original character, Snake.
It's gonna be Cyborg Debbie. She's gonna die at some point, and they're gonna bring her back.
Oh! Look, definitely like
No, they're gonna pull a Battle for the Grid, and have an evil alternate version of Mark who like took over his world, and he's like the evil emperor, and so it's like the finale will be Mark versus Mark.
Please no.
But
I
that's
don't
not
want
really,
any
like,
more Dragon
a
Ball
new-
Fighters nonsense where you have 17 marks on the roster.
That's what I mean. I hope this original character is like very, very different from Mark. You know, very, very different from being like strongman that can fly. You know,
In
that's
fact,
why I
what if
love
they did
the
like
inclusion of
Snake's,
Cecil.
what if they did Snake's idea, but instead of it being Mark, like Omni-Man just met a different human woman who is more like cynical and believes his ideals, and they had a child. So it's like he's still half Omni-Man, but he's like not Mark.
What if?
What?
What if it's evil time traveling future version of
Oh.
Oliver,
Hell yeah.
who like Debbie died or something, so he grew up without that positive influence, and he's basically just like like Omni-Man, but he has like the full powers of whatever his like alien species is, because like they're not just purple people. They have like their own powers, don't they?
You mean the bug people?
So he's all that too.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's that as well. That's phase 2. When you beat in the first round, he morphs into this other one as a different moveset.
I just think it's so funny because I know Dog knows the future, so he can't.
I've read
say
the whole
anything.
comic. Yeah.
That's what I mean. He can't say anything about this. And Snake, you brought up Oliver in the last video too. You're like, yeah, they're gonna like make him like grown up. He's gonna be able to fight and whatnot and stuff like that. And Dog is just like in the background.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, because it's dependent on how they approach the story. Whether it's just this is kind of like, oh, here's a little adventure that could take place between season 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be this is a flat out alternate universe? Things are different here. So characters like when what's his name?
Rex.
I'm gonna get into that, but like the Jeffrey Dean Morgan character who rocks Mark's shit in season 3.
Huh.
Oh, Conquest.
At the end of the season. Yes. Like there are certain characters who are dead by the time he arrives. The game could just be like, well, in this timeline, that's not the case.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So then if they do that kind of setting, they can have a lot more freedom to just do whatever. So they could go, oh yeah, well in this one, something happened. Like Debbie had a superhero power thing happen at some point, so she's got powers.
Yeah, like, cause okay, in the trailer you see Omni-Man.
They shot her up with Compound V, and that's how we bring Homelander into.
Why are you're already so confident Homelander's gonna be a guest fighter?
No, I reckon there will absolutely be a guest fight. It's just a question of what would be the funniest or the best one. Would it be Homelander from another Amazon show based on a comic, on a superhero thing? Because he would fit.
He would fit.
Certainly
Yeah,
as
he would
a
fit,
character. Yeah. Or another Image Comics superhero character like Spawn or Savage Dragon. Or another Kirkman production such as, I don't know, how about Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead?
Not impossible. It'd be funny just seeing Rick Grimes like double jumping so high into the air all the time.
If they were really cool, they could be like, well, Robert Kirkman worked on Marvel Zombies, so here's a zombie Captain America or something.
That would be cool. Just too expensive, I feel like.
For Amazon, really?
Hey, they didn't have the money to put Spider-Man in their episode, So do you think a zombie Captain America is possible?
That's it. It's going to be alternate universe zombie agent Spider, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
That's it. As a reference to Marvel Zombies and Kirkman's work on that, and it's a way to get around that's the guest character, putting money on that.
I think it should just...
It's not going to be, but that's...
Fans have stated, just add Agent Spider, and just make him absolutely like Spider-Man in the fighting game. No one's going to care. It's Agent Spider, It's an original character. I think that would work.
Yeah, people say... Yeah, but okay, if they do that, I've changed my position. The first mod is going to be Spider-Man.
Obviously. Yeah. If they do that.
That would get him before I Need You, Cecil. That's the kind of mod that would predate that.
This is like the gamble of which mod would happen first. I think this is kind of funny.
We will see a Homelander mod for Omni-Man at some point, though, or for one of the characters.
Yeah. So the thing
I'm still
is,
mad that never mind. It's a tangent for another time.
Yes, look, I know.
Bakugo mod for Rexplode.
Oh, that seems kind of cute. So I know, we have crazy ideas for characters and whatnot. There is actually a bit of a hint for what the roster could be, but I mean, obviously it's the popular characters from what we can see here. But the creators also say every character on the roster is going to have a part in the story mode. They stated that. So the fact that you're saying alternate universe does seem more and more likely, because you saw the trailer where Omni-Man wearing the Viltrumite outfit with the two other Viltrumites pop down and fight Mark, and Rex and Eve show up. So it's that does feel like a very different storyline, basically what's happening. And I feel like that could explain why Cecil's in the battle, freaking Battle Beast is there and whatnot. So I'm trying to think in that logic who could make it in the roster and whatnot, because that's why it's it starts to get kind of tricky. If we brought up Conquest, it can make sense even you were saying he's dead in season 3, but it's if this is an alternate universe, and that definitely can happen and whatnot.
I wonder if the original character, which will presumably just be the final boss, I wonder if it could be a mind controller to justify having random fights. Wouldn't it be neat if Eve fought Rex? Well, why would they fight? Why would they have a proper drag out brawl? Oh, what if one of them was mind control? That's an easy justification.
That's true. That's always a very easy way to do it. I was actually thinking along the lines of more like.
And then you get the really good scene where it's like a bunch of Mark's friends are all being controlled. Oh no, how's Mark going to defeat them on his own? And then he has to team up with his father and maybe his brother. And like he says, so the team is Invincible, Omni-Man, and whatever Oliver calls himself against the other heroes who are being controlled. And it's like. And it becomes like the father, son, and son Kamehameha moment as they fight their way through everyone.
Oh, the combined level 3, like that Dragon Balls does and whatnot.
Yeah.
I was actually more this. I mean, we don't know. You know, it's like nothing has been shown about this original character or even the story. But I was more in line of thinking like, do you guys remember Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember in that game there's a couple, but do you know it's like there's like the original characters in that game too. Like, do you remember Lana? Like one of the
Sia, Lana.
Yeah, like she was like one of the main helpers and one of the main driving story points in that game, and she's like a good guy, and like the final boss is also a villain. But I was thinking the original character might be one of those characters would be like, I gotta get you guys to understand the situation here. That kind of vibe. That's what I was thinking more of for the original character. But a final boss does seem like most likely two. I think it's either one of these. It's like a character popping up and be like, Mark, you're in danger. We gotta do this. Follow me. And then that's that character's like.
It's Lois. You're always right about him. She's the key.
Whatever like the Flash says in the Justice League movie.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Cecil currently is like my favorite character, as like, at least what I've seen out of everybody. It's so funny. It seems so really cool.
Yeah, this is the kind of character you'd expect to see on a Build the Roster episode by Thorgy's Arcade, where you go, and he'd always preface it by saying, no, you have to have your staples, and then you need the freaks. And his first freak is Cecil, and he explains how the moveset works, and everyone's like, you know what? Yeah, I agree with this. This seems like it's kind of made for him specifically.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think even the creators are like, before anything was even animated, before we did anything, we knew we wanted Cecil. Like, this is a character we wanted to try to work out and whatnot. And I think that's great, because I've stated before too, half the roster is just strongman flying. The other half is actually really interesting, and I want more of these interesting choices for this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, me too. I want all the weirdos, every single one.
It's like you could have a roster with like 18 Gokus, or you could have Hercule in there.
Hercule, hell yeah, man! Give me that boy.
I know which one I would want.
So, shall I move on to the next topic?
Oh, Street Fighter 6 Viper. I really want to play the character. I just haven't gotten the chance yet. I've had like zero free time.
Yeah.
Whenever I get done with a video, it's time to do some family or some other thing that I have to do. So I've had no free time for Viper.
Yeah, and then
appropriate, because that's like what Viper's problem is. No time for her family.
Oh.
Her daughter.
Damn. But I really do like the ending pictures that they showed, you know, of like her and her daughter and whatnot.
I haven't seen that.
Don't be
Go ahead and post
cringe,
it.
Mom.
I want to see that.
I'll say this to the audience. Sometimes we have episodes where we just have a few topics and then, you know, not many topics. So we have to kind of prattle on about stupid bullshit for 2 hours. But I really want to make like Q&As more of like a regular thing. And I believe Sonic said we're starting to run out of questions from the last time we took them.
Yeah. So you want more questions?
Yeah. Yeah. So Sonic can set up a YouTube community post. You guys can go there, suggest your questions, and then hopefully we'll be able to answer some cool, fun questions from you guys. And hopefully that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We can't guarantee every episode, but I'd like to try and have at least one per episode.
Yeah. Well, okay, we can try to do that more next time.
Next time.
Yeah. In the Halloween episode where we have nothing to talk about.
True.
Yeah,
True, we
yeah.
currently have
I
nothing.
mean, to be fair, you know, got a lot of things, got a lot of interest, got a lot of things that I've been doing. It's really funny because behind the scenes, Dog asked me for some anime recommendations of like what's been going on recently, and I'm like, I haven't been really watching a lot of them. After you asked me that question, I'm like watching 4 at the same time right now.
Nice.
New animes.
I'm just watching My Hero currently,
so
but I want to watch a couple you recommended. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Isn't Beastars coming back?
Next year. I mean, the final season is next year, basically. Here's the arcade ending, by the way.
Yeah, show me. I love how Mortal Kombat got shit on for having like artwork endings, but then Street Fighter does it, and it's like not a peep. This is cute though.
Was that an issue in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, a little bit.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
People were like, "Wow, really more slideshows?"
Which game doesn't have like slideshows in Mortal Kombat at least?
Well, Tekken. Oh, for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I guess.
That's
None of them. They've always been that way. I'm just saying it's like.
That's a very stupid comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tekken is like the only major fighting game series to not do that, and MK at least like animates them.
True.
A little bit,
got
yeah,
mad
a
at me
little
for
bit of,
bringing
like,
up
the
that like the MK. I mean, the Tekken ones look good, but I feel like there's no substance there because they're all either what if scenarios or like just jokes. They're not actually canon events. Whereas I liked how at least in MK1 these are endings that are apparently going to be canon, and also they actually develop the character or add something. And people were like, "Wow, you prefer slideshows?" And I'm like, "Dude, watch your 19th Michael Bay movie if that's how you actually feel. Like, leave me alone."
Yes, I'm 100% on dog side on this one.
Yeah. And listen, I like the Michael Bay films, but it's like I want my fighting games to finally go somewhere, damn it. They've been Tekken especially has been in the same spot for like almost 2 decades. It's nuts.
Yeah. And then when they finally do advance the story, they just undo it immediately in the next game.
All they've done now is they've added some new lore for Ogre, but I think that the new lore for Ogre kind of ruins what made Ogre cool, which was the mystery. But, you know.
And it's also not even a new idea because it's literally the same thing they did, basically, with Honoka and Dead or Alive. It's the same thing.
It's not. I mean, I'm sure you can find multiple like same ideas of like this aspect.
Yes, but Tekken and Street Fighter, well, not Tekken. Namco and Capcom specifically, they clearly meet in private to discuss new gameplay. This is a theory I have because for the past like 3 games, they've been heavily copying each other's main gimmick. So, for example, in Street Fighter V, the crush counters were the gimmick, right? Like land a counter hit or land like a punish, you get this big crumple and you get a follow up, right? Then Soul Calibur comes out around that same time, and it has the exact same gimmick with critical like hits or whatever they're called. And you land like a big crumple, like lethal hits they're called maybe. It's the exact same gimmick. Then Street Fighter 6 comes here, and like one of the big gimmicks is zooming in on the muscles and showing the detail, right? The muscle physics and like you can see the muscle beneath the skin. And then in Tekken 8's trailer, they show that too with Kazuya and Jin, like they flex, do like the big punch and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Okay, y'all are clearly meeting in private. It's not even a theory anymore. But yeah. Also, the meter thing is similar too. Like having the player activate this mode that makes them way more aggressive is very similar to the drive gauge. But yeah. Any hoozle.
But yeah, so final topic here that we listed. Do you want to talk a bit about your early access experience with the 2XKO?
My tiny bit of experience with 2XKO.
Tiny bit, yeah.
2XKO is kind of what I predicted, where it's stuck in the middle of being a really complicated game with a lot of homework to even understand what the heck you're supposed to be doing. And it's also trying to be easy mode because it has a simple combo option, right? Which you can have both on at the same time, which is interesting. You can have like, because there's no like quarter circles or anything. So by default, it is easier in that regard. Where if you want a special move, you press forward or back and the special move button. But it's complicated because there's 6 buttons, I think. Not counting the tag button, then there's like 7. So it's got a lot of buttons for you to memorize. Now, for anyone who's an old school fighting game player, you can press 2 buttons to get the tag option, I think, too. So if you don't want to learn a new button, you just press 2 buttons to get the tag. That's already complicated. Even when you're trying to be a beginner, like, oh, I can press 1 button and get a combo, sure, but I got to memorize all this stuff. And then you have like supers and tag supers or super into super. It's a lot. And then perhaps the most confusing of all, when you first pick your 2 main characters you want to play with, there's like 4 different ways to match them up that gives you a different gimmick. So you can choose like, like here's a tag mode gimmick where you get more tags per round, but there's some limiter. Or here's an option where like your second character or your characters get another assist option, but there's some penalty there too. Or you can choose the most obvious one that's like basic, which is, you can do tag supers. That's one of the ones you can do. And then there's another, you can choose to just have 1 character, but they're more buffed. That's also an option. But it's a lot. Like there's so much homework to even barely begin to understand this game. It's so much. Not to mention, I'm not a fan of special move being a button, because some of the normal attacks look like special moves with their animations and stuff. So it's very confusing. I was constantly forgetting what each button did. It's a lot. You get lost very easily. So it's complicated. It's fun though. The animations are crisp. It's fun to watch the gameplay. I need to learn what it's like for people who are. I want to like interview some people and be like, hey, like this is your first fighting game. How were you dealing with some of this? Because it has like the same mix-ups that the big Capcom fighters do, right? Like Marvel versus Capcom, right? I have a speech impediment with that word for some reason. Marvel versus Capcom. That game has tons of mix-ups, cross-ups, like overhead low, hard to blockables, really tough mix-up situations, right? I think 2XKO has the exact same problem. There's so many mix-ups and crazy pressure options. And I'm wondering how new players deal with that shit. Because it's not fun, to deal with. So, yeah.
This game does definitely, like you said, it has like the casual appeal, but I also feel like it's made by fighting game developers, so they are going to add things that they're going to add the tech that they like and whatnot. They're going to add that complicated stuff that they like, which don't know if that's going to appeal to like new fans. I think like I saw like a move that's like, or I'm sure maybe there's a couple where it's like in the midst of the combo, your character will like go through the opponent and hit them from the back, so you have to like block the other way to like prevent that and whatnot. And it's like, oh shit! Like,
and then Justin Wong was already up to his shenanigans. Justin Wong was already,
of course,
trying to get people to return the game. You know, he's already trying to, before the game's even out, he's trying to get people to delete their game from their hard drive.
The game's free at least.
He's doing tons of nonsense. And to give anyone watching an idea of how busted this game has already gotten with players discovering stuff, you can do like a combo that goes to the corner and then force them to block this one super attack that leads into a very hard to escape mix that's like got one escape option only. And if you don't know that option, you just get got and you're dead. It's 100% combo setup. And Justin Wong found that, and people are now all doing it. So I imagine the game is just stuffed with that. Like just stuffed. Combined with the fact that if you want to play the two characters I cared the most about, Blitzcrank and Vi, you have to grind to get their stuff. To unlock
buy
them.
the character.
Which had me confused how people
that,
were already
like,
playing as them. I'm guessing they were already grinding, like in the previous betas or something. Because I didn't get how they had them like day one. But
yeah, I have heard. Well, I mean, you can also spend a lot of fucking money.
Oh, you
but
can.
I have
I didn't know
also
that was an
heard
option.
that like,
okay.
Well, now you can. Now there's like microtransaction stuff, because early access is really basically season 0 from what I've heard, and like you can also like if you do all the character trials, combo trials, or like the character guides, you will then get enough money to at least buy a character or two, from what I've heard. But then after that, it gets really hard to, at least if you're a free-to-play account, to get like your characters that you want and whatnot.
Gotcha.
I know a little bit of these things because I also downloaded 2XKO and I wanted to try the early access myself. Yeah, so I downloaded it, I got my account set up, I turned it on, and I can't fucking play it because you can't play it in Taiwan!
Oh no! Why? Is it because they're owned by Oh.
It's just literally like Asia right now. Like only Japan can play it. So it's like in Thailand, even in China, you can't play. Like Hong Kong.
Okay,
like
my bad. I was gonna go into some big like conspiracy theory that would have been totally wrong.
No. So League of Legends is huge in our country. So like it's like they would not. It's not. That's not the issue. Basically,
Gotcha.
it's just like for some reason early access is only available for some regions and only in Japan and Asia, basically. So that like pisses me off because I wanted to fucking play Warwick because I was like, 2XKO was a game I'm like, this is cool. I like this game. Not too interested. A lot of fighting games, you need a character for me to latch on to like just hard main that character. That's one of the reasons I get into fighting games. Like Smash, because Smash is like every character is easy, so I don't need to like commit to anybody. So I went from no interest in 2XKO to being like, I want to play this game right now when they announced Warwick, because that was my main back in like 10 years ago when I was playing League of Legends. That was my go-to. That was like one of the characters I played the most. So
you can
I'm
join
like,
Maximilian.
Well,
Dude.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm Maximilian Dude now too, because Max is like, I have no character to play in this game. Warwick comes out. Okay, now I like this game. I'm kind of like that. So I'm very pissed I can't play it right now. You can use a VPN, but there's this part of me that kind of wants to wait for like either the game comes out or the region is unlocked. But then there's also an annoying thing because it's a fucking live service game, so guess what? Limited things in the game. Ooh, maybe you're not going to be able to get this or this because it's been like the battle pass has ended, so you can't buy that shit. Did you know they locked a stage in the battle pass?
Oh lord, I did not know that.
Yeah, the new Zon stage, you got to buy the battle pass in order to get that stage. It's like, oh, so is that? I mean, paying the stage is one thing. Is that limited now? If I never gotten the battle pass, does that mean I can't get it? Now that they're doing the battle pass in the early access, am I gonna be able to get that like when the game officially comes out? Like I'm a little bit annoyed by these sort of things, but whatever. I want to get into this game, but I currently can't, and that's my small segment of 2XKO.
Damn. Well, and there
so
it is.
I know I said this is the last topic, but you might see like 5 minutes ago I make like this face when I remembered something else. This will be the actual last topic that we have because what do you guys feel about Last Airbender fighting game?
It could be fun. I mean, I was really excited to play that Nick All-Stars because they showed it had Avatar characters in it, and I was like, oh, sick, I don't think they showed my character yet, or did they? I'll have to rewatch it. I think I was surprised they gave Aang so much sauce because I thought they were going to like purposely not give Aang sauce because he's more old school, and they're going to give Korra all the sauce. But I see Aang doing lots of fun stuff in this trailer, honestly. Zuko's fun too, obviously.
They showed a super from Korra, from what I recall.
Well, they show a bit of combos and supers from everybody, right? I will say you see Aang doing mostly airbending, whereas you see Korra doing all the elements. So that's kind of lame. But
that's what they did before too, and even in the Nick All-Stars, it was like that. Aang has the air and like.
Well, you just have to wait for when they add Aang Book 2. Right. Aang Book
Oh my god,
3.
They're not gonna do that. Honestly,
they do show.
They're not gonna do that.
Yes, they are.
They show
Yes, they are.
Toph, but they don't show gameplay. They show she's going to be in the game because you only see 3 characters
so
gameplay. I want to play Toph. Toph's always my favorite character. So.
Katara, Azuka, like basically the main, like you'd expect characters to be there.
People are excited for Sokka because boomerang pressure is going to be a thing. Like he tosses the boomerang and it comes back while he's doing a string, and you have to like block it, and then he gets the second string. He's going to get like boomerang nonsense. A random critique I have immediately that I don't like about the art style is that the backgrounds are desaturated, which is fine. You want the main characters to pop, but then the background characters look like they're part of the game. They're way too colored. Like they look like they're like gonna attack you.
They're really close.
Yeah.
They actually kind of remind me of like a KOF. How the other characters just stand in like the background and stuff like that.
Yeah, they at least match the art style. These characters don't. They look like the main fighters. They have the exact same art style and stuff. In KOF, the background characters have like a more pixelated look than the main fighters. What I'm saying is that like these characters look like they're part of the match because they're so colored and have the exact same art style, whereas the background is like painted. So it's really weird to see them pop like that.
That's one thing that I kind of like, and also kind of see it as a critique, is this actually, because they say it's hand drawn, it actually does feel like the original show.
Oh, and wait,
this is like the animation style.
Yeah, and I just noticed something, guys. I think the background characters change based on who you're playing with. Because when Zuko's on screen, we see his girlfriend, and when Aang's playing, we see Appa on the same stage.
You also see the tracking girl from the first show too. So I can explain that, dog.
I know who one of the characters is going to be. It'll either be in the first season of DLC, or it would be like a secret character already in the base game.
Okay.
The Cabbage Cat.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's a stage interactable for sure. You can break it by accident, like in Street Fighter backgrounds.
Yeah, that's another option. Or alternatively, they have like stage fatalities, not actual fatalities, but like a way you can like. Not the way when you win some ways in Street Fighter 5, you might like knock the opponent into a boss or something. Imagine that, but it's like you knock him into the cabbage. He's like, cabbages!
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things, by the way. That the thing is, dog, there's a couple. I have the answers to some of your questions. So first off, they've announced that it's going to be like a 12-character roster, single like 1v1 scenarios and stuff like that. This shit has cameo fighters.
Oh no.
So those are assist characters, basically.
Oh shit.
So that's why you see Appa, you see June, Mai.
So I was right. They
like,
do take part in the fight. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, they will assist you, basically. It's like cameo fighters, basically. Which really funny thing is, I saw like when they announced this in the comments, be like, lame, they're doing Mortal Kombat 1, and someone replied to them like, shut the fuck up. It's like, have you never been to the FGC for the past 20 years? Just because people don't like the cameo fighters in MK1 does not mean they don't like assists as a mechanic. Like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, people would have liked cameos. I even mentioned that in one of my recent videos. I was like, people wouldn't have minded cameos if they just were like not the main characters, and also they weren't required, I guess. But
and implemented like more, I guess, like Marvel vs. Capcom, I guess. It's more simple just to hop in. Like,
Well, you're
do an
never
attack
held
and leave.
still.
Whereas
Yeah.
MK1 is like doing like the posing and whatnot.
That was a bad decision also.
But yeah, so those characters you saw, Appa, like the writing lady June and Zuko's girlfriend Mai, they said they're calling them like support characters. Not in the trailer, but there are already screenshots of Korra's like polar bear dog Naga, like is gonna be a supporting like character too.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
they're gonna make her a support character, aren't they? Damn it! I was gonna say it'd be hilarious if Ty Lee was a character, but she's gonna be Azula's assist or like one of the cameos. Yeah.
Oh, Ty Lee would be kind of cool actually, but yeah, I could see that more being an assist character. Because keep in mind, 12 characters. Like, I feel like a lot of the ones they've announced currently that I'm seeing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Plus,
are
we
all
see
kind of like
so
you have to have them.
Yeah, we see Korra,
Yes.
which means they're not off limits either. Those villains and heroes could be there. I just hope we don't get any repeats. Like, we have an Airbender, so I don't really want to see any other Airbenders. You know, even from like Korra's show, we have our Airbenders.
So you mean like two Airbenders, two blah blah, two blah blah. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want.
saying, right?
I don't want any repeats. Like, that's my personal thing, but.
You're gonna have
like,
to have.
I don't mind
some
Exploding Head.
repeats
Exploding Head's kind of unique.
I mean, right off the bat, there are 3 firebenders that you have to have.
Uncle Iroh.
You have to have Zuko. You have to have you have to have Azula. You have to have the Fire Lord.
You think Ozai over Iroh?
Yeah, because he'd be the final boss.
Okay, that is true. There's a story mode. They haven't.
Mark
announced that.
Hamill returns.
And I mean, I saw this one tweet where someone said it's like they're gonna use Uncle Iroh like pressure in the corner and like open the mic and like beat like the little Timmy who just got this game, beat the shit out of him, and then start singing "Leaves on the" towards the little Timmy.
Leaves on.
Avatar's one of those series where it's really funny because the main characters are so young and they tend to actually cast like young boys to play to play Aang. Like everything he shows up in, he has a different voice actor. Because by the time the next thing comes out, that person, by the time he shows up in the next thing, the next game, it's an issue that Tails had in Sonic when they started doing voice acting. They did have young boys, and then once they got to Sonic X, they started having women instead because that meant you didn't have to recast him every couple of years when his fucking voice broke. And so Aang is in the same situation. I think some of the other characters too. It's rough.
That's unfortunate.
I just cast a woman. Just do it. Just cast a woman. It's fine.
Yeah, I do definitely see this mainly being a roster.
Tenzin. Then people will mod him. Wait, is this 2D sprites or 3D models?
2D, right? You see that? Oh, it's 2D. Sorry, it's hand drawn. Every frame hand drawn.
Someone will find a way to. Someone will at least start a mod project and probably not finish it
Omni-Man.
mod Tenzin. Yeah.
There better be at least
or
one
he could
Kyoshi
be like the
warrior, right?
whip-
We gotta have a Kyoshi warrior.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Okay, yes. I feel like it will primarily be Last Airbender, but honestly, Korra has a lot of cool characters too. Like the main villains of each season, I don't mind them. I feel like they all could be pretty cool.
Except for the one that I hate the most,
compliment-
that you like the most. I don't want him. But that's it.
Hell yeah, that guy is gonna be fucking cool. He can fucking fly, dude. Hell yeah,
Oh,
like,
no, he's gonna have
that's a
flight
unique
cancels.
mechanic. Hello.
It's gonna be fucking
Hello?
Homelander. He's gonna have actual flight cancels mid combo. Oh
Oh no, Homelander PTSD.
Homelander.
Yeah, I would love Zahir in the game. I think Kuvera would be very cool if you want a metal bender. You know, metal bending techniques. I think that would be very cool for Kuvera.
That could be neat. I want Explodey Head Boom Man.
problem
Sparky Boom Man.
I think he's going to be a supporting character.
Oh, yeah, most likely.
The issue with having such a small roster is that you're doing both shows, which means and there's so many main characters. Like the core group for Avatar is 5 characters, and they all have to make it in.
And they all
so
have.
If you can't do an even split. You can't do an even split. All that's them, and then you get one villain, which I guess would be Azula, and then 6 from Korra. Like, it's such a small roster, it would have been better to just pick one show and just have, like, Korra as a guest or something.
There is no way that it's going to be half Korra, half, like, Last Airbender. I mean,
no.
It's going to be mainly Last Airbender, but some Korra.
Oh.
Which means it's basically going to be Korra and maybe, like, a couple... Korra, Tenzin, and, like, one villain is probably the most you can expect, realistically. Maybe, like, another villain as a DLC. but I feel like because one of the other things is there's also that new show they're making, isn't there? Or is it movies that's about the Avatar cast as adults?
Yes.
You want to promote that. And also the Netflix show is getting another season, I think. So you want to promote whoever's in that.
And
so
then there's going to be another show that's the future of Korra. Do you want to promote that too? You know.
Yes.
Well, so here's what.
So that's the. So while the game looks like visually looks phenomenal, it probably would have been a better idea to do 3D models so they could get more characters in there. So
to bring this up a little bit behind the scenes, this game was in development hell and people thought it has been canceled. So this is a game that's like, it's coming out next year and it's like, I'm pretty sure it's done. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like most of the things, like everything is set in stone. So I don't think there's any promotional thingies that they're planning. I think they're just making an Avatar game. I don't think they're thinking of like, oh, what's the hot new thing we got to promote and whatnot. So I don't think, I think it's just going to be the characters you expect to show. I just realized the Kyoshi warrior got there. That's really cool.
Well, here's an idea too. So let's be a fun kind of weirdo character. I forgot her name though. I feel bad. What's the name of the love interest in the first season? She's like the techie. Oh, Asami? She'd be interesting with all the gear. Like, imagine she has tons of technology.
From Korra.
I would love.
You should have specified from.
Oh, sorry.
Korra.
Yeah, sorry, from Korra.
I thought you were saying like season 1 from Last Airbender. I'm like,
no, guys, I'm talking about the good show. Come on.
Yes,
and it's weird to consider her the love interest from the first season when she was more of like a love rival who became the love interest of the end.
That was such a random thing.
I mean, she is a
love interest. That's a weird way of describing this character.
A love interest. Quotations.
See, the first Avatar show is what happens when you don't listen to the shippers. Korra is what happens when you do listen to the shippers, and you get a way worse product. Never listen to the shippers.
I agree with you, dog.
Never.
She's not going to be playable, but I think Asami would be cool just because she's a non-bender who is able to like hold her own ground with tech and stuff like that.
I mean, she'd be a pretty cool main character in the show.
But yeah, I just don't think she's... unfortunately, I think the other two have more of a chance, the brothers. Now, to be fair, one of them can bend lava, so I think there's a gimmick there, at least.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Oh, I just
the very first Avatar would be a cool one as a reference. Like, you unlock him by beating the game.
Avatar 1,
I was
really?
just...
I feel like if you're going to pick a past one, it would probably be Kyoshi.
Yeah, I was about to say Kyoshi.
I feel like she's the way more popular.
Yes, Kyoshi's one of the more
imagine if the
ones.
twins... Imagine if the waterbending twins are one character. Like the, Junie and Julie. You play them both.
I think if you're going to put two characters in one, it would probably be like the brothers, to be honest.
Oh.
Well, Mako and Bolin.
Yeah.
Like Bolin comes in
Mako
for a few
and Bolin.
attacks. Like is like a support character for Mako, who's like the main fighter. I feel like that's the way you'd approach it.
The more I think about it, there's so many damn waterbenders in these shows that could be on the roster. There's very few like earth and fire, and there's a lot of fire too. Almost no air, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
But there's a lot of waterbenders in the shows when you combine them together. Like, damn.
Yeah, I think you can. There's like a fan art, and you can show like all the characters, and like I think actually there's a lot of Earth too, technically speaking. Like in the Legend of Korra, you see more Earthbenders and whatnot.
I think Dog's more looking at it from the perspective of like major named characters who could make the roster.
I see.
Because I feel like for Earth there's like
Toph.
2, maybe 3.
Boomy. I don't think he's making it, but Boomy is the one I was thinking.
Kuvira?
Kuvira, Legend of Korra. Yeah, Kuvira.
Is this Earthbender?
No, she's not a bender at all.
I think Kuvira has almost a 0% chance. Her sister would be...
No.
What's the old lady who's the daughter of Toph?
Toph's late. Damn it. I forgot his name.
She'd be more interesting because the police have that really fun Spider-Man gimmick where they shoot little cables out made of metal and like pull you in and do fun stuff. Yes. That could be a whole new gimmick, right?
Yeah, I would like that.
When you make a fighting game, I think that the main idea shouldn't be like what looks the coolest. It should be like who brings different gimmicks to the table, And
Beifong. Yeah, that's what she's called.
Yeah. She'd be super fun with the Spider-Maning, swinging around cable, like fucking Movado, just constantly zipping. Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought her gimmick in the show was cool too. It was like Attack on Titan, this like technology and whatnot.
True.
I was about to. In that case, Ty Lee, because I was thinking like in season 1, there's the whole gimmick of like the non-benders fighting the benders, and I'm like, oh, if you want to do that as a character, then I like the idea of Ty Lee more and more. Except in a fighting game, she does seem like she's just gonna be a regular kung fu girl in all the bending shenanigans. In that case, I think like Sokka's girlfriend would be better in that case.
Yeah. Kyoshi Warriors would be great for like a counter character, and they could throw the fans too to like lock down. I think a counter character would be so much fun, and there's like 3 different characters that could be that. It could be who you just said. It could be the main villain from season 1, or funnier, one of his henchmen, because they all look the exact same. You know, his super athlete henchman.
Amon.
Yeah, imagine if one of his henchmen's a character, like just the nameless masked like henchman, but he's a super athlete, so he runs, he has like run cancels, rush down, and counters and stuff. That'd be super fun. Or it could be Kylie.
What you need...
Who's not going to make it?
What you need is an assist. One of the assists has to be one of the pro benders from Korra season 1.
Pro bend? Oh, that's got to be a stage, right? Right? I feel like that's got to be a stage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are we gonna get ring outs?
Have one of those guys as an assist.
Are we gonna get like Soul Calibur ring outs where if you hit them against the wall enough, it breaks it, and then they just lose?
There'll be a fence. There'll be a fence. It's fine.
That would be cool.
Don't want a damn fence. I want ring outs. I want stupid dumb shit like that. The amount of times I got rung out in Soul Calibur 6 when it didn't even make sense. I was like, that shouldn't even have been a ring out, but it's like ring out. It's fucking awesome.
One of the interesting things about the assists so far is that like they don't have to be humanoid.
True.
Yeah,
it is the most interesting.
Yeah.
So, and like really out there characters, like you could have what's that spirit that like bonds with the Avatar or whatever?
Uma or something.
From
the
Wan
turtle.
Backstory.
No, he means
you're talking about
the white glowy
the
thing.
wands. Are you talking about the animal?
Yeah.
The kites. The freaking kites.
No,
the
it's
like living kites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Season 2. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, those things can be assists. They can be strikers.
Yeah, actually, you know what's funny is I don't like comparing it to Mortal Kombat 1, but we are getting that kind of vibe where it's like the mainstay, like the must-haves, they will be the main characters, but the weirdos supports, like assists. So that's why you have like June, like the writer, as one of the assists. Like, oh, that's interesting. Like I know she was one of the small villains.
What are those ladies called? One who like there is no war
Judy.
in Bossing Say.
Just one of those.
They can come in and like stun people. Like the brainwashing techniques to stun people.
So I was actually thinking,
like, the super move. Imagine they put the boss from season 1 in the game, right? I forgot his name already. The masked dude.
Season 1
of Korra.
Amon.
Imagine his super move, like his level 3 super
guy.
big, like expensive move, disables your bending for a whole round. Just touches your forehead, and it's like,
oh. I thought you were gonna say it's like the ending of season 1 where the boat explodes and kills him.
Oh, yeah, he drives the boat in the screen. Or better yet, you know, like how in Tekken, some of the characters actually grab their defeated opponent for their win animations. You know, imagine if he does that. He forces you on your knees and bends your head back, and just like puts the thumb down, and that's his victory screen. Oh, that'd be so fucking hard. Be so badass.
So Snake, when you were talking about the there is no war in Bossing Say lady, I was thinking of the Dai Li. Like the agents in the Bossing Say, like something like that, basically.
Judy.
Yeah. That's probably it, yeah.
Yeah, because like they're like the underground agents who actually are in control, like instead of their stupid emperor and whatnot.
Oh, you mean like the earthbending guys with the little hand attacks?
Well, the ones that get taken by, the Dai Li, who later on is like, who comes up in a really awesome plot point. It's like, well, like where Azula was like, you know, the sun is covered, so the fire abilities are gone. But I got some Dai Li agents to come carry for me because I won that whole battle in season 2. I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of awesome.
Spoilers, spoilers. Oh.
We're literally talking about characters.
The Dai Li are fun.
I suspect they probably will have like the past avatars as strikers. At least like the big ones, like the fire one.
We need Kyoshi with bare feet because she's so tall.
Oh, actually,
Snake would love it.
Yes,
she has big feet too. Right. It's confirmed she has big feet.
They're doing another show. Yeah, they're doing another show with like 2 avatars or something.
That's the one after Korra. That's taking place after Korra. Yeah, the next Avatar. Korra.
That the main characters from that show could be strikers as well.
Or they could be the dual character, because I remember hearing that they are gonna be like dual avatars, like for something like that. So they could be.
That could be a good one. I'm sure we'll see Avatar 1 as one of the assists as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's funny because the main roster is so small and the characters who are going to be on it are so obvious. Unless you have like here's like the one out there pick. The assist roster is so much more interesting to talk about.
Yes, definitely. I really want to like all of us like place a bet on a weirdo that might make it into like the main roster.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's like, which is the weirdo we think would make it on the main roster? If I want to be safe, I would pick someone from The Last Airbender. But if I really want to be out there, I'd pick someone more in like the Korra characters.
Yeah, you can't go too out there because if it's too crazy, people would be mad if that character made it in over X secondary character that they really want to see. Or like if people be pissed if this character didn't make it in over that character, it's probably not a good.
Yeah, like I was thinking, okay, this character.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, a character who's
her.
like kind of lame if they chose this character, because he's the character he's kind of the main villain of season 1, if you remember. He dies at the end, so you don't really remember this character.
General Zhao.
Like one of the fire. General Zhao, yeah. It's like that would be an out there pick, but he is kind of lame if you pick that character.
Yeah. No, General Zhao would be pointless. Any character that's like also a firebender. We already have 2. We have Azula and Zuko. We don't need a 3rd firebender. Even you know, Iroh. We love Iroh, but he's still kind of a wasted slot, I feel like.
No, Iroh's guaranteed.
Iroh will do the tutorial. Iroh will be like the voice
show.
for the tutorial. It's like you press this button to do a basic attack, this button for a bender attack, and he's the one explaining it.
I'll go ahead and guess Boomy is
I
kind of
think
a weird one to
Princess,
put in. Kind of.
Princess Yue would be a really funny pick.
I have 2 by the way. What were you saying, Princess Yue?
Yeah, from season 1.
What can she use any ability? Other than sacrificing herself?
I think it'd be 'cause sometimes characters are more interesting because it's like, what can you even make a moveset out of them with? Yes, because there are no set limitations on what the character can do, like there are with say Aang. You can go, oh, they could do something interesting here.
Yeah, I think like dogs, the bomb, the eyeball bomb guy. I think that would be interesting. That seems way more of a support character just because he only has that one move.
He's still my pick though. I want to say a support character too. The owl, the library owl, would be a fucking cool random assist character.
That would be funny.
He's so scary.
Okay, I have 2. One, I think like it would be kind of cool because this is a character you have a lot of potential to do some cool shit with. The other one is because you brought up Amon. And I think Amon would be the one you think of in terms of a bloodbender. But what about Hama, the one who teaches the bloodbending?
The old lady?
Oh,
yeah.
It's Katara.
Yeah, the old lady.
Woman,
The one who taught the bloodbending to Katara.
I was thinking it'd be funny if they had an alternate Katara on the roster, which is like a Shin Akuma or an Evil Ryu situation, where it's just her doing bloodbending instead.
I think if they're gonna do bloodbending, it's gonna be like a specific character, like Amon and like his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they both can do the bloodbending and whatnot. The other character that I thought about is Jet.
I was about to say, and he summons the crew like the Ginyu Force.
Yeah. Like I think there's a lot of potential with this character, right?
He's a purely like mostly assist character with Cabal swords.
What if they put? What if this is like the kind of thing that they could do? Like it's Bolin and that girl, the one, the 2 sisters. One of them or is it no sister and a brother, isn't it? And like the sister is in love with Bolin.
Yes.
And he's chasing her around. Yeah, it's. Yeah, multiverses Tom and Jerry bullshit, where she's chasing him around and he's like trying to dodge, and she's striking people, getting in the way.
I see. I know, Dog, you said you're not a fan of Zahir, but
domestic violence is hilarious.
But I do think the Red Lotus, like I think those are some pretty cool options, just those characters in general. You know, like the girl with no arms that uses the water.
Oh yeah, she'd be really cool.
Just like those group of characters. I think Korra definitely does have the more out there interesting picks, but like. You want to play the Last Airbender characters, because those are the ones that you know and love.
Yeah, like I said, the roster's so small. Like you have to have. I mean, realistically, do you think Korra's going to get more than 4 characters?
No. Just no.
Like I think 4 is even a stretch. I really can't see it
3 is like max, I think.
It's unfortunate. I mean, have they said anything about post-launch?
I don't think so. I think because there's very small information about this. We don't have like an official release date and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like also you got to keep in mind that this is like a smaller studio and it's hand drawn, so it's like there's definitely like limits to what they can do. But obviously, if the game is very successful, I would assume post-launch. But
Imagine if they could do like more characters like more quickly, then it's like, okay. Each season of DLC has 4 characters, one from each nation. So you get a firebender, a waterbender, an earthbender, and an airbender in every season.
And it'll be like the black silhouettes, but it'll just be like, oh, but we know they're from each nation, ooh, and whatnot. That'd be kind of cool. Dog, you posted some Cecil memes. I forgot to mention something that's really cool about. Yeah. I forgot to mention something that's really funny about Cecil. So that move, he tosses like a grenade and then teleports the opponent to the white room. Did you know a lot of people are basically saying that's a raging, like the
raging demon?
The raging demon.
Yes, because he's brought there, black screen, and then like they get knocked out. But I kid you not, Snake. By the way, sometimes I don't know. I want to find that footage, but like it'll be like white room, and then the next scene, Cecil will be like back facing the camera doing like this. It's just like, dude, that literally is like a Raging Demon reference right there.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's what. Imagine being like, okay, telling someone like a year ago, okay, Invincible fighting game, one character is going to do a Raging Demon. Who's going to do it? Who would ever pick Cecil?
Right. It's falling over. But yeah, like, I don't know if I will play it, but I think the fact that we're getting like finally, like, I just feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender fighting game just feels so fitting. It just feels like it should have been done like years ago. Maybe it has, but it's not very successful if I haven't heard of it. But like, I think this is cool. I think the fact that we're getting this and that it's not a canceled project is neat. And I'm assuming it's just gonna be like a smaller budgeted, like really smaller community. Like I don't want to say Skullgirls is small, but like around like that range of things if it's really successful. But yeah, best of luck. Hand-drawn animation is very freaking cool. My thing is falling over. I'm trying to give an emotional speech. It's very windy over here. That's why this green screen is actually like moving around and shit.
Wait, are you telling me there's an airbender in the vicinity? Cut that. I fucked it. Cut it.
This is indication that Tenzin Omni-Man mod is going to be happening.
Yes.
I mean, so the thing is, hand-drawn animation is cool, but it only really works if you don't mind giving the game a very long lifespan. Like, I've always said that Dragon Ball FighterZ, and they've kind of brought back a new character. They've rebalanced the game a lot, too. Maybe even added some new moves. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they should have done from the beginning, because the art style of Dragon Ball FighterZ is pretty timeless. So why not just keep it around the same way the League of Legends stays around and just adds more characters and rebalances? That's what they should do, honestly. There's no reason to, like, make a whole new Dragon Ball FighterZ. There's no reason. But, yeah, that's what the Avatar game could do, but they're not going to do that. You know, it's like a gimmick. They're going to go hard at first and then drop it, and most likely.
I feel like that's a really broader question, actually, Dog. It's like, how long does a fighting game go and whatnot? Because it's like, how long did Tekken 7 go?
That's a good point, but it was meant to end earlier. They got lucky and it was extended.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's like I think it really depends on like how long the live service wants to go for each game and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, it's like if you have a complete package, if you have a complete game, it's like then that's that. It's like you can just have that and whatnot. I think actually here's the thing: how much is a fighting game should be like categorized as a single player or like a multiplayer game, or should it be categorized as a live service game? Like those are the two like things you got to ask yourself. Do you want a complete game or do you want a game that goes on but that's not complete at first?
I mean, I don't want either.
What?
I mean, I feel like Dragon Ball FighterZ launched in a very finished state and they just kept adding stuff. That's what I want.
I guess that's true.
I don't like live service because it's like tainted. The name is so tainted, and also because
yeah.
It's usually just a way for companies to release an incomplete game, which I wish that like somebody in my country or the whole world would be great, but like in my country, I want them to pass a law where it's like, hey, from now on, if a game is released in an incomplete state, you can't charge full price. Like you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why that shouldn't be a law already. It's true for other things, but any hoozle. Yeah, no, I don't want either one. I think that, though, I do want fighting games to last longer and keep adding more characters. I do like that. So if it meant the game launched not in an incomplete state, but just like in a smaller state but still fully realized, then I'd be okay with that option if it meant way more stuff added down the line. Yes.
Actually, you know what's really funny is there is the tiny double-edged sword about this.
Yeah.
Because like Dragon Ball Fighters right now, it's like people are like celebrating like hell yeah the return of Dragon Ball Fighters. There's like the meme of like here are all the games of Dragon Ball Fighters has now like have a longer lifespan, and Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1 are on it. But then also you gotta ask the question is like, oh awesome, Dragon Ball Fighters is awesome fighting game that's getting extended. That's great. But what if it's a game that you don't like? What if it's a game like Mortal Kombat 11 and it gets extended for 10 years?
Yeah, I mean that's not ideal. Yeah, that's true. You would have
That's
to
what
definitely.
I mean. It's like
It's almost like a wait and see kind of thing. Like you see if people really like it, and then you go, oh, okay, we're just gonna keep this going then, because that's what Tekken 7 did. Tekken 7 was meant to end before season 2, I think actually. Like they were originally just gonna add, I think, Armor King and Marduk, and that was it as the final characters. And then it got so popular, they're like, okay, I guess we're gonna keep going and add a season 3, and finish like with more season 2 characters. Yeah.
Is that why Street Fighter 5 got extended for
I think
another
so. It was
season?
that's
gonna
what I
end
remember
early
too,
also.
right? Yeah.
Then you have Mortal Kombat 1 that's the opposite. It was getting tons of interest towards the end, and then they were like, now we're just going to end it.
Yeah.
We
I was
already
like,
committed
nope,
to it being over.
Sorry, Jade. Bye.
Man, she's the
Sorry, Countess
Waluigi.
Jade. But yeah, I think that's always an interesting like conversation. But yeah, I would like to end the episode because like
No.
you know, sort of behind the scenes though, it's actually we're recording a lot later than usual,
True.
so I'm actually like about to faint over here.
Sorry, buddy.
But yeah, get excited for next time because we're gonna have the Halloween episode. Ooh.
It'll be in November, but it's closer to Halloween than.
Yeah, to be
this
fair,
will be.
I think we maybe were planning to record a bit earlier. It actually will be a little, maybe not. Who cares? The next episode, the Halloween episode, guys. Woohoo!
Hooray. So we'll figure it out.
Hurry up and save me before the whole entire damn green screen falls on my freaking head because of the freaking wind. Just keeps freaking knocking me over.
Buy the Four Snakes merch.
Fujin wins fatality. Ooh, yes.
Yes, buy his
Buy
merch.
his merch.
Never mind my shit,
Buy
Joe.
his
Cool.
merch. Buy his merch. Sonic, do some weird like
Oh, fuck.
1984 edit here or something. You know, like. Yeah.
What the fuck does
Oh, that's
1984
it.
edit mean?
Yes. That's it. I know what to put in the green screen, Sonic. Put it in the green screen. Put a big hypno spiral with the phrase "Buy the Four Snakes merch."
that would hurt my eyes for the entire episode. You know that that actually was.